Folks, how's the audio? Give me one sec here. So this stream might only be like what, 3 hours, but I'm trying to go live as much as possible before I head out. So I might go live again tomorrow, and then also I have a little webcam and I have a laptop now. So although I'm gonna try to enjoy vacation, I might go live a few times while I'm away. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Hold on. Just want to make sure I don't have anything on screen I can't show. Read your sticker. That's what I'm going to do. Hold on. Got that underway. Cool. What's up? What's up, people? I'll read your sticker. Hold on. One sec. So we've got two pounds from Soul Skibbity with a cool pair saying, "Hey you." Well, hey you, Soul Skibbity, and thank you so much for the 2 pounds. Can you confront Parry on the Molten inbreeding crisis? Are they inbred? I'm not sure. Thank you, Malcolm, for the raid, by the way. We're almost at 7K. Well, we actually hit 7K, and then 3 people unsubscribed, and we lost 7K. So if you're new here and want to support the channel, as always, we're 3 subscribers away from 7,000. Thank you so much. And thank you, Malcolm, for the raid. To start this stream off, because there's not a whole lot going on recently, so we're gonna do another LioConvoy retrospective, because I am obsessed with this guy. He like is a horrible human being, and it is like crazy that there is any community on Earth that accepts his presence. Hold on. To start us off though, little palate, well, it's not a palate cleanser. What would be the word? Well, anyways, we're gonna watch something happened apparently to a very famous food chain. For those of you that don't know, Trump Burger. It is a restaurant chain in Houston or throughout Texas, and I looked up some of the reviews a few days ago before this news came out.
The owner,
and it's horrible. The reviews are horrible, right? The thing that should matter about a restaurant is not like the branding, but the food. That is all I care about when I go out to eat. I don't care if the waiters are like dicks. I don't care if my food takes forever. As long as the food tastes good, we're chill, right? And a lot of restaurants will go all in for branding and like the food is shit. That's like your tourist trap types. But the owner of this pro-Trump burger chain, well, something very unfortunate and sad happened to him. So we're gonna check that out here real quick. You peed on my food. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
of Houston's Trump Burger faces deportation after an ICE arrest over an expired visa. 28-year-old Roland Beanie entered the U.S. in 2019 on a visitor visa, but did not leave by the required date in February of 2024. ICE arrested him in May and placed him in immigration proceedings.
Dude, this is so brutal, man. It's like, I'm pretty sure like there were like Cubans for Trump or Latinos for Trump, and like the organizer of there got deported. And obviously, deportation is a horrible process, and I don't wish it on people just by virtue of their legal status. But I do wish it on people like this, like Rip Bozo. I'm sorry, you like were totally asking for it. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I honestly don't care.
An immigration judge later granted him bond while his case moves forward. ICE emphasized that immigration enforcement applies to everyone equally, regardless of their business or politics.
It's like the people, like the Latinos for Trump. I know you could say this is an extreme comparison, and right-wing orgs like the ADL will simultaneously tell you that it's anti-Semitic to draw parallels between Trump and Hitler, while simultaneously doing that when it comes to like Palestinian protest movements, right? They'll compare those to Nazis all the fucking time. But if you're drawing comparison between Trump's like authoritarian Trump's wannabe authoritarianism and Hitler, it's like not okay. It's anti-Semitic. But I will say this reminds me of I read about this organization in Nazi Germany called German Associate the German Asso- the Jewish Association of German Nationals or something, and it was like this group of Jews that supported that supported Hitler's rise to power and when he was in power, and the leader of the group got, of course, deported to a concentration camp. And there used to be a joke that the group would start their meetings by doing like the Hitler salute and being like, "Down with us." Trump is saying just because you were born here does not make you a citizen if your ancestors were not. So, I mean, I wonder how you would feel about what's his face? Didn't Martin Van Buren, dude, Martin Van Buren, I think he was what? He was the seventh president, came after John Quincy Adams. English wasn't even his first language. He grew up speaking Dutch. I'm pretty sure his parents were from the Netherlands. I don't think he would have applied. Uh, which is funny because his ancestors were not. Yeah, yeah. His great grandfather or his grandfather came from Karlstadt in Germany, in Bavaria. Um, wasn't America built on immigration though? Yes, yes. Okay. The nice thing about America is, um, and the only other country I could view as comparable in this facet, love it or hate it, would be the Soviet Union. And even the Soviet Union was incredibly like Russian oriented, but a nation built upon an ideology or a set of like values rather than like a specific people's. So like valuing like democracy, representation in government of people regardless of class, etc., etc. For people of various backgrounds to kind of like unite behind that and make their individual contributions uh, is like a fairly interesting or fairly unique concept when it comes to America, or at least we kind of paved the way for that. And we had people from all over come here and kind of cultures blended, new culture was produced. We became one of the world's biggest cultural exporters. But it's a nation built on an idea rather than a people's. Did we hit 7K? Yo, thank you guys so much. Really. If we just hit 7K, that's like crazy. Let me check real quick. I swear the streams are usually more high energy, but for the new people, but I am at home right now, so to keep it down a little bit. Wow, thank you guys so much. Much appreciated. We hit 7K. Thank you guys. Really, truly, support means a ton. Why is Starbased? Okay, Starbased is DMing me right now. He says to me, "What was your N-word morale doing for 3 whole months, lil bro? All the shit you were talking to, damn, he finessed the fuck out of you." So this is Parapon, a mod in my server, and the girl morale was sexting with. She was 18 and he was like 21, right? Which is fine. I don't think that's like a problem. Um, he sends me this. He says, "It was mainly January through February. Morale initiated and it was consensual, but I lost interest in mid February and stopped engaging with him that way around early March. I'm avoidant, so I don't think I directly told him I wanted to stop, which is on me. I just tried changing the topic or ignoring him. I don't blame slash fault morale for anything or think he victimized me or think he's a rapist or anything." For context, Starbased, who was caught trying to set up a friendship as a 30-year-old with a 16-year-old, right, and retweeting inappropriate jokes she was making on Twitter, really looked like the early stages of grooming, is now trying to go after morale for a consensual exchange of sexting with an 18-year-old when he was 21. And this is his evidence. His evidence is her admitting that it was consensual and then literally saying she never told him to stop. And at some points, he was literally asking her, like, "Are you sure you're okay with this? Are you okay with this? Are you okay with this?" And it's like, or asked, I don't think it was, "Are you okay with this?" specifically. It was like, "Are you is everything cool? Like, can we, like, he was checking to make sure it was fine. And it's like, that's what you should do. So I don't really understand, like, what I'm supposed to care about here. Like, what am I supposed to care about? Like, why is this like something I need to care about? Like, if you two consented, if these two people consented, it's like I could care less. Anyways, you could have sworn people already went over this shit. That's because they did. But the Starbase guy is still like pushing this, wanting me, acting like I'm sweeping by not covering it. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyways, so I got linked for those of you that don't know, I've been covering, I am a lot of you Malcolm Raiders that are still here. You all are, what's the term? You all are ACC regulars, I'd imagine. I'm a tourist, okay? I don't know the first thing about your community. A lot of the things I learn about it are very like surface level. And my exposure to this LioConvoy individual was when I watched the Rosa call, and then I heard that he still tries to justify it to this day. He apologized, but I don't think he genuinely realizes why what he did was wrong. It seems totally like due to backlash. I think the way this guy operates is like pathetic. The fact that he like thinks he can morally grandstand over anybody, and the fact that I love arguing, I love debating, I love confrontation. Okay, people in my real life and online, everyone will tell you that obviously, but I like the challenge involved with that. I like debating people a lot of the time. I do debate people who are not as smart as me, right? But that's just by virtue of like I'm not selecting them for that reason. We disagree on something, they call in, and that's what happens. But I also like to debate people who are smarter than me or who are a challenge. And if I'm wrong, I admit I'm wrong, etc., etc. This LioConvoy guy with his confrontations will go after like the lowest hanging fruit, and people act like he's so cool, dude. He's like he's just cool fucking. He's Lio's dunking on him. It's like, yeah, when you're like going for like a bottom of the barrel, fucking mentally disabled shitter. In some cases, literally mentally disabled shitters. You're always gonna come out on top. There's nothing honorable about it. It's completely pathetic. Okay, I think Lio Convoy's pathetic as a person. Right? He's a fat, disgusting 40-year-old man that like wants to reclaim power online by like berating fucking low IQ individuals. So I want to talk to him, right? The big bad lion, right? I want to talk to him. And when I want to talk to him, what do you think happens? Every fucking excuse in the book this guy comes up with to avoid the conversation. Every single excuse. He's running, he's ducking. He doesn't want to talk to me because I'm retarded, supposedly, despite the fact that he was literally willing to berate for 4 hours somebody who was legally so disabled she could not care for her own affairs in her respective state. So, didn't he adopt women on? Well, that's the other thing I heard. Apparently, Laya would find troubled adults or troubled individuals online and adopt them. Now, I don't know if this was a legal adoption, but apparently he would refer to them as his children online. I heard there's at least one he never actually been met in person. And he had this like group of like freaks that were his like online children, including this like hopeless peaches person who I don't know anything about besides listening to her in the Rosa call. And let's be honest, she sounds like a total bitch. Okay, like a insane fucking psychotic bitch. Um, but yeah, I mean, I one of these children, apparently there was a confrontation with one of these children, and that's what we're gonna listen to. Somebody kind of linked me everything on it, and I'm gonna go check, see if I can find it. Hold on. I gotta go search for it real quick. It's in the server. Someone's posted it like 5 times. I think it's up here. Okay, so we've got some timestamps and the video. Okay, so this is a stream featuring Lio's adopted daughter, who is now a male, Jordan, confronting someone who was having sexual conversations with them while they were 17. And Malcolm's apparently provided some timestamps. Not to me personally, but to somebody else who has sent them to me. But I've heard a lot of stuff about this call. If it wants to load.
Entertained, I guess. We should live here in just a moment. Let's go live.
No.
All right.
All right, we're live. I'm gonna go make my coffee. You.
All right.
Can you 2 times this? Okay, so this is Lio. I don't know who this. Which one is this Jordan person? Which one is the Jordan person? Does YouTube let you vape on stream, by the way?
Sounds good.
Without demonetizing?
You're all
Hold on,
shit.
hold on.
I hate you all.
Everybody leave.
Everyone
I
leave.
got it. Hold on, I got it.
Oh, there we go.
Jingle keys.
Jiggle the keys. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna plug something real quick.
They don't let you vape on stream. Got it. Jordan is mint.
What do you guys think of the call that I uploaded?
Oh, it was fucking phenomenal. It was great. I like the aftermath, the after messages to Leo. I don't know if you saw those.
Oh, he did. I read out most of them. I read out most of them in a call earlier this week. But the best part is, like, after that last message I put there, I
Okay, so apparently this is where the confrontation happens.
tore him down again. He's like, "Well, I guess we're done then." And I was able to get one last message off that I know he got. I know he got it because right after that he blocked me on DeviantArt. I got the last word in, slut.
He just sits there in the entire call and he just takes it. I'm like, what are you doing? Just leave. Just
Okay, by the way, while I'm watching this, I'm not gonna do this right now, but I know that there's someone who's eager for me to watch this. If you have like an unlisted YouTube link to this video that I could like 2 times or 1.5 times, that'd be cool. Let's go to the timestamps Malcolm gave me, actually. I just realized, or not someone gave me on Malcolm's behalf. I just realized we were provided with those. So start at 11:05. Got it. 11:05 is where we got to start. This is very convenient. Dude, I just love when there's like timestamps for things.
But yeah, it's repetitive. It always.
So apparently, yeah, this is a confrontation between this Ichabod, and this is a confrontation against this Ichabod individual who's like, what, 30? He's in his 30s, and he was talking to this Jordan person when they were 17, and allegedly Lio knew about it for months, and is now taking the time to confront this individual on it. So this person is an individual by the name of Vita. I don't know who they are, but apparently they've
Happens over
busted 4 predators.
and over and over again. And the big issue.
Download a 2 times extension. Got it. You're screaming out to me.
When this happens is that you just seem incapable of saying no.
Vita was also a predator. Okay. So the thing about the ACC is whenever I like look into any drama, it's like every like shitter coming into talk that might not even be like directly related to what's going on. They also have about like 10 fucking years worth of lore behind them. Like you could go to school and get like a degree on this shit and like you still wouldn't even like know the half of it. I like that's why I don't bother. Malcolm is here. Okay, I'm gonna read chat. Sorry guys. Just on Chrome, you get a 2 times extension. There's not a comprehensive list of timestamps. Okay, got it. All right. Let me try. Okay, let's do this on Brave. You know what I'll just do? You know what we'll just do here real quick? Hold on. I use Brave because I love lions. You know me. Where the fuck? Extensions. Fuck, dude. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. We're not locked in tonight. Manage extensions. Two times speed. Video speed controller. Alright, it's in Chinese. I'm sure this is trustworthy. And not a virus. Got it. Okay. Then we could click the extensions tab.
Like no matter what.
I just want to make sure I'm not sharing anything I'm not supposed to real quick, and then we'll get locked into. Hold up. You could just look at Abraham Lincoln for a sec. Let's see if it works.
What happens, and
Or fuck off or whatever.
and quite often you end up going along with it. And I was just wondering why.
Reload page, and I'm reloading the page. Reloading the page is gonna work. I'd be very surprised if this fucking works.
Entertained, I guess. We should live here in just a moment. Let's go with my.
All right.
All right, we're live. I'm gonna go make my coffee.
It's not working. Fuck it. Fuck it. Forget about it. Forget about it.
I would say it's
I hate that I have to watch this to the web archive, dude.
was
I meant names.
Names.
No bueno. No bueno.
Oh.
Numbers, not names.
okay.
Dummy.
No, okay, read.
Why not?
We've been there.
Why not?
We'll get to that later on.
Oh,
Okay.
But yeah, it's repetitive. It always happens over and over
Wait, is it
and
slowed down
over
now?
again. And the big issue when this happens.
Is this just how this guy talks, or did the extension slow it down and just like do the opposite of what I needed it to do? Wait, dude, we're all over the place tonight. I downloaded an extension to speed it up, and all the extension did was slow it down. Got it. Dude, fuck my life. Holy shit. We're gonna try. Turn the dial up. That's what I'm doing. It's not even letting me. Like, I'm trying to click buttons to speed it up. It's just not fucking working. Video speed controller. Let's like make this thing the most complicated thing possible. I think you're a bit slow. I am.
Happens is that you just seem incapable of saying no, like no matter what happens. And
Or fuck off or whatever.
and quite often you end up going along with it. And I was just wondering why.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
I don't buy it.
Well,
Mintar, essentially, Mintar can't control her vagina. That's what this is.
Sure, thank you, Sheldon.
That's exactly. That's what it is every time with young females. Of course it is.
Hold on. Mint, but you understand, right? This is not necessarily.
So this mint individual is Jordan. Why are we having like conversation? Is Jordan 17 at the time of this call? And if so, like, why are you, as like a fucking like nearly 40-year-old man, sitting in a call talking about like 17-year-olds not being able to control their vagina? And also, yeah, that's a good point, right? If this person's in the person who was talking to Jordan's in their 30s, whether Jordan sleeps around or e-sex multiple people or not is completely irrelevant. Like, you as an adult is like, this is the same defense of like why I don't buy it when like a fucking actual like pedophile comes and says like, oh well, you know, they were coming on to me. Yeah, that can happen, okay? Minors have a developing prefrontal cortex. They're not going to be the most responsible, okay? They're not going to be the most responsible. And it's like, as an adult, it is your job to not go and engage. That the burden is entirely on you. Aiden, you were 13. I was young, online, exposed to a lot of adults. I was probably around conversations that I shouldn't have been, and luckily, there was never anybody. I somehow, maybe it's because I wasn't in the ACC, I never was groomed.
Zeroing in on you because I feel like whenever we talk to you about this, and specifically Leo, because he gets really aggressive about it,
You throw your arse at me?
Yes.
Okay.
The thing is that, you know, I don't know about his aggression, but to me, I'm just curious because you're not the only one. There's like a bunch of these other kids that fucking go along with it or just sweep it under the rug, and then months later, hey guys, there's this predator that I had in my DMs.
Okay, it's working. Okay, got it. It's working. The extension is working. It's just not telling you what the speed is at. Got it.
For like a month. You know, like, fuck, where were you earlier? You know what I mean? So I'm just curious, what's the case here? What's the problem with all of these kids? You know, not just you specifically, but
Well, I can't speak for everyone, Jace.
no, I know, but you're saying that you don't know, so like you legitimately don't understand.
I don't really. If I had to take my best guess, it'd be. I've been told this too. That I'm just too fucking friendly. I don't know.
Herbie, why are we entertaining this conversation talking about what she did wrong? Okay? What I would say is, if you know of a minor that is online, that is like, they're like, I don't know, if you're in your like early 20s and friends with a 17-year-old, that's like not a fucking problem. I don't even think friendships with minors is inherently necessarily a problem, albeit I don't know why you'd ever assume that risk. But like at most, right, you could like tell somebody, hey, if you're online, or even then, just like, you like, it's fine if you want to say do not talk to adults like in a sexual context or whatever. That's probably not going to be a big deal, albeit that should be the parents' role, right? But after the event has occurred, to focus on what the 17-year-old did wrong is like, first of all, I don't really think that's your job, and second of all, it's reinforcing the idea that it is their fault. It is not. It is the adult's fault because the adult saw the opportunity and took it. If you want to give advice on like how to move forward in the sense of you didn't do anything wrong, but there are people like him are creeps online and do shit like this, and you need to, or not, you put it in a way where it's not putting the blame on them, but is giving them advice on how to avoid running into creeps like this or take advantage of creeps like this.
In a place where to getting them attracted to me, but then they befriend me, and as we'll get into later, I guess, I have a serious problem with being manipulated. Vita knows a lot of my story because he's been around me the longest.
Yeah, but dude, like we know you've got dick pics and been like, oh yeah, oh or whatever. Like, dude, you can just politely say, go away.
How old is this Shelly person, by the way?
Please, but you don't. That's our point.
It's a long story, Sheldon. I have a big issue
It's
with
a long
it.
story.
Hold on.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Nickers. Like I was saying, yes.
Shut up, what?
Nickers, yes, that old person. But Mint, you said you have an issue being manipulated, and what's the reason?
Huh? Shut up, who? Am I hearing things? I must be hearing things. I know this guy did not. Okay.
For that, what causes that? Why does it keep happening?
I'm not quite sure.
You have an idea though.
I would say it started with Keyblade, seeing as he was the very first pedophile I ever came across. And, I was 13. I just gone on the internet. Jeff, please.
Kick the dog.
I'm not kicking the dog.
No balls.
God fucking damn it. Holy shit.
Yeah, let's carry on. So for Keyblade or whatever the fuck.
Yes, Keyblade. It's been ages, so I don't remember
Same.
the Keyblade
Okay,
situation.
so Keyblade, he was just a random brony who did videos as you did back in the day. There was this kid, Glitzy Glam, she was 14, and her parents found out she talked to older dudes on the internet, and they didn't like that. So they yanked her away, and Keyblade, who saw her as like a fandom sister and like a best friend, he got like really upset about it. And he claimed to be depressed because his best friend was gone off the internet. I only met him after
I don't really know what's going on here. Apparently this person ran into a pedophile when they were like 13 or something online.
Hey, can I kiss you? That sweet, juicy.
Maybe, like, I do wonder, like, in the state I was in, I do often wonder why I never ran into, like, these types, and I genuinely think it might, not to say that, I don't even know if this is the case. Of course, there are tons of pedophiles that are into boys, okay? That's, like, not even, like, that's not, like, an argument. I don't know if it's a gender thing or not. I don't know if it has to do with the type of communities we were in, respectively. It just seems like this community in particular, the ACC, is, like, crawling with fucking pedophiles.
ERP way.
You were too true.
Me being a stupid, naive, ridiculously dumb 13-year-old who just loved to roleplay back in the day, I said, sure.
Well, I mean, okay, well, let's remember that time. Did you feel, like, when he said that, did you feel like, I don't know, some sort of enjoyment out of this? Like, oh, this guy really thinks that I'm attractive? Like, that type of shit? Did you feel that at the time?
No, not really. It was just, I was a mixture of surprised and, I guess excited at the fact that, hey, there's this dude, I guess a little bit, not much, though, to the point where I'm, like, 100% into it. So we did the gay roleplay kiss, and then he was, like, I guess he became my boyfriend after that, if you want to call it.
What all did that entail?
Not really. We never really did anything. There was this...
How old was this guy? And if I were in these people's shoes, I would be like, you need to report this to the police, or you need to tell your parents about. To be fair, I'd imagine a lot of these people don't have good home lives. It seems to be the case that what turns a lot of like super young kids, at least when I was turned to, and I'd say I didn't have a good home life, okay? It was like Leave It to Beaver, man, okay? I had a great childhood. But it seems for like a lot of other people, they go online because, if they're young, because either in school, they don't socialize well, or their home life is shit, and this is like a form of like escapism for them. They were all Queeman's age, 42. But it's like, okay, but then it's like, yeah, it's like, it might be harder for me to say, just go to your parents about it, because I don't know what this person's situation with their parents is. But at the very least, I would really encourage this person to be going to the police.
This like anonymous chat group thingy called Chatsy.
Like, never ever, this is what, for those who don't remember the John Swan situation, if a minor comes to you telling you that something has happened to them, you don't need to be like, fuck off or whatever. But all you need to say is, you do not get involved. All you say is, like, you need to tell an adult about this. And then you can even like link them where they should go and tell an adult about it. Like, I had it on my Twitter. My Twitter DMs are open. So anyone can request to DM me. Doesn't mean I accept it, right? And I got a DM request the other day from a minor who wants me to like cover her being groomed by someone else in the community, and I'm not touching it, not because I don't want to cover it, but because I never want to get involved in a story like that and be involved with the victim, because you could face scrutiny. Like, you've coached them, you've told them what to say, or it's just like weird as well for you to assume yourself as like the guy that like a minor needs to go to about them being abused.
And he used to give me links to that all the time, so we could like go in there and do quote unquote couple things. Sheldon?
So he used an anonymous chat website to do a couple of things with you when you were 13?
Yes. He was 19, so this is like a 6-year age difference. And I never saw anything wrong with it because, like, again, I was a stupid little kid. But he always told me, hey, don't tell anyone about this, no one can ever know. Which makes sense, I guess, to me, because I'm like, well, he's older than me. People aren't probably going to be too happy.
By the way, that is like the opening line groomers use online. Don't tell anyone about this. Which is why the Starbase DMs with the 16-year-old were so sus. It's like, you could come to me about this discreetly. It's like, dude, I don't know why you ever thought it would be like, okay, like, sure, we don't have like definitive proof that what he was intending to do was groom this person for sexual reasons, but those DMs really look like the first stages of grooming. Like, why would you as an adult ever think it's a good idea to go and engage with like a minor in this capacity?
We never really did anything like lewd. I guess the only really thing he ever did was roleplay massage my butt, which I don't fucking understand. Yeah.
Okay, the performative gagging is disgusting. Also, dude, I don't want to.
I thinking back on it, that was very uncomfortable. I'm just like, okay.
All right, so that's the first experience. We're not going to go through every experience.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Do you feel like that shaped your mindsets or like how you interact with people in general at all moving forward?
Definitely, because
that is gross. Don't get me wrong. That is disgusting. I am disgusted hearing that. But I'm also a grown-ass adult. I don't need to go, ew. Ew, you got groomed? Ew. Like, no, I'm like not like I'm not like a person on the playground. It's like the police come to me, your entire family has been killed in a mass shooting. Okay, there was blood and guts all over. Ew, really? Ew, icky. It's like, what are you doing, bro?
Not only did Keeblade do all this weird like roleplay stuff with me, but he was emotionally manipulative, and I don't want to, I guess, abusive. He would constantly talk about how sad he was and how he
like control yourself,
didn't want to live and how no one liked him, and that like really messed me up simply because I had a friend who had killed herself. So having this person who is supposed to be my partner who is here talking about how they want to kill themselves obviously is gonna freak me way the fuck out, and he would make me feel bad sometimes too. There was this one time where my family went out for a movie and he wanted to do a call with me, and I was really nervous about it and I kept messing it up and my audio wasn't working, and so he just kind of like he kind of used that against me. He's like, oh, we were supposed to call, and you're not really working out with me. Do you not want to talk to me or something? It just made me feel bad because of course he's supposed to be my boyfriend. Of course I wanted to talk to him.
Okay. Well, I'll cut the short. Is that I'm feeling like that explains a lot. Because if he manipulated with his suicide or whatever the fuck, and you felt guilty, I think that shaped your future interactions in general. Not even coming to people who are like, how can I?
What is the purpose of this stream, by the way? To like psychoanalyze this kid live on the air? Like, go see a therapist. Also, the other thing too is another reason I'm not comfortable with in general. I'm not entirely. Never gonna, like, I've had 17-year-olds on my stream. For context, for people who are new, I'm 20, okay? When I had 17, I was 19 or whatever. I, in general, want to avoid having minors on my stream because, okay, kids do not understand internet permanence, okay? They don't understand that the shit that they are sharing is going to be memorialized online forever. And I think that's like a pretty like if you're an adult now and like let's say you grew up when the 90s, early 2000s, you were able to be stupid and make your mistakes and process your embarrassing shit in a way where it wasn't like recorded or documented or memorialized for all of time. Okay. Um and if I'm bringing someone on to discuss something like this, I don't think they entirely realize that anything that they're going to be sharing, the whole world's going to know about, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Gotta be butt massage you. You know, like I think it's because you feel guilty, right? You want to be nice to these people for some reason. You don't want to cause drama with these people, do you? A lot of the times.
And it's not only that. Like
a lot of adults don't think about that. Well, yeah, true, that's true. But also like, and of course you're always growing as an adult, making mistakes. But a good portion of your mistakes are made when you're a kid, and a good portion of your mistakes are made when you were a kid. Hold on one sec. Sorry, I'm back. Someone just came in. Yeah, a good portion of your mistakes are made when you're a kid, and whoa, wrong scene. No, my brother just came home. Hold on. But I speak from personal experience. Okay, once again, for those of you that are new here, I've also been online from a stupidly young age. My parents did not understand the internet. I did a lot of it behind their back. Not really behind their back, but like they didn't really care to check. And I said dumbass shit that I'm not proud of, like as a kid online, and like embarrassed myself or whatever. And that is going to be documented for all the time. Now, compared to others, okay, I am so fucking lucky. And it could have easily happened, right? But I'm so lucky that I didn't say or do certain things.
Before I even went onto Skype, I was on Google Plus a lot. And I met a lot of people who, I don't know, for whatever reason, people thought I was really nice and really happy all the time. And they just kind of came to me for advice. So I'd get a lot of people who were like really sad. And, you know, I was like 12, 13, and having a bunch of these people who are about, you know, a couple years older than me or even older coming to me like, hey, you know, I'm really sad. It just was like really.
Oh no, the consequences of my actions? Well, it's not like. Are we back? 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 Fuck, I'm sorry about that. If it lags, just refresh, because YouTube does that. My connection's fine. Sorry about that. Yeah. Hold up.
Weird to deal with. I've had people like get so crazily obsessed with me that they would fucking cut my name into their arms. And they'd send me pictures too. Not only would they tell me, hey, I'm cutting myself, but look, here's your fucking name carved into my arm. That was fucking horrible as a 12-year-old to witness.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucked. Just my internet experience for the first couple years of my life was horrible.
I think you still haven't gotten over that.
No, not really. When it comes to people.
Wow, riveting insight. Riveting insight. Who is this guy? Who is this dinosaur-looking guy at the top? 2 and 3K man?
You know, tell me, hey, I'm depressed or I'm suicidal. My intention with these people is never to harm them, and it's also never to get them interested in me. There was a dude in a server I met who said he fell in love with me because I was so. Chip, for the love of God, please.
All right, continue.
Who said he fell in love with me and who got really attached.
Spockter isn't Spockter the person that I only know about Spockter's Jar constantly references them, but like they realized, I guess, by mistake that they had CP on their hard drive and tried to flush it down the toilet and then told everyone about it. I guess I mean I don't,
because he would tell me about his problems and I would, you know, I guess talk him through.
Just to clarify as well, I don't think the Spockter person's story is impossible. Okay, they're a minor at one point exchanging nudes with another minor, and I guess didn't realize that they still had those nudes or something. And then, but it's like, if that's even true, which it can't, like, I'm not saying that's an impossible scenario. And I guess the only reason anyone would even know about that, right, is did they self-report? And it's like, then why would you even self-report if you knew that you, it's like, I probably believe this guy's like probably super, my analysis would be, this individual just sounds like really autistic and, oh, this isn't Spockter? Oh, never mind. Jace? Sorry, I got it wrong. Told you I'm a tourist to your community. Spockter was a pedophile who Ponder falsely defended as incapable of being a pedophile because he was 17. 17-year-olds can be pedos. They can. They can. How old was the people he's interested in? Because if it's like 17 and 14, I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's like weird as fuck. But like, that's not gonna necessarily mean like you have a paraphilia that you can never grow out of or anything, right? I don't. Wait, what am I talking about? 17, 14 is not even like, yeah, it's not pedophilia at all. But I mean, 12. Got it. Got it. 12. 7. Um. Okay. Someone said 12. Someone said 7. 12 or 13, I think. Got it. Got it. 17 and 13, yeah, that's like obviously unacceptable in any context. My question is, could someone outgrow something like that? Right? Could someone outgrow something like that in the sense, not that it's ever normal. It definitely is indicative of something else, but is this person necessarily like, is this gonna follow as in like into major adulthood? They can be a pedophile, don't get me wrong. 17 and 13, yeah, that's like really bad.
And be like, hey, it's okay. And he one time tried to do like what I guess would have been like a rape erotic roleplay.
Ah!
Yeah, I was not into it. At this time, I was like getting really uncomfortable with him because he was just taking it too far in terms of, what he was saying. He's like, "Oh, I'd kill myself if you weren't talking to me," and that made me so uncomfortable and just really freaked me out.
Oh, sorry.
All these other idiots that come onto our server and go like, "Oh, I think you guys are awesome," or "I respect you," or whatever. It's like, why? There's literally no reason to respect some random dude online or whatever. Like, you can respect what we do when we call out pedophiles, sure, but to
well, an associate tried to out someone that had a relationship when they were 23 with a 14-year-old. And are you serious?
respect a person, shit like that, right? Here's what you gotta do.
Didn't Lio position himself as a predator hunter? By the way, I don't take anybody online seriously who calls themselves a predator hunter. Like, if you're not if you're not leading, if you're not like working with law enforcement in some capacity or understand the law and understand, chain of evidence, et cetera, or chain of custody, and do things in a way where the end result is to get them arrested and prosecuted, then I do not consider you a predator hunter, right? For me, the only good result, and I had this argument with Augie. Augie's like, but they get humiliated, so it doesn't matter. It's like, no. The good result for me is to have you on a registry, because just by virtue of you being publicly humiliated, that's not good enough, because you can then just go out and try to further harm minors, right? You see this with EDP. After the Gideon confrontation, EDP was in someone's Discord and tried to do it again, albeit he didn't do it again, but it shows he had the capacity to do it again, and it's like, then the results of the first confrontation were not sufficient. They did call themselves predator hunters at the time, and then there's Patchwork's group, Zoophile Police, who Lio and Co were. Also, this Patchwork no offense to them, it's like, you listen to these people talk, and and I'm gonna feel like, you're ableist, or whatever the fuck, right? But you just like listen to, like, when I talk to this Patchwork person, and they're not in any like state to be handling anything serious online. I'm sorry. Like, if you want to go and have like an art channel, like drawing and doing your thing or whatever, be my guest. But like the fact you ever think you could work with someone like Patchwork in like a serious capacity of like catching zoophiles or whatever is retarded, dude.
If something makes you uncomfortable, or if you don't.
Yes, and also this Patchwork person admitted to drawing bestiality porn.
Like something that goes on, like this guy is making you uncomfortable for some reason or somehow. If it's uncomfortable for you, you do realize you always just tell him to fuck off. Right? Like, you don't even have to be nice about it. Or you can do it in a nice way. I mean, it all depends on you. And if they say that they're going to kill themselves, well, at that point, you just got to go shrug and just go like, well, fuck, there's nothing I can do about it.
Like, the advice itself is fine, but I wouldn't be doing it in a way where it sounds like you're accusing them of not doing enough. It would be like, none of this is your fault, and these people are, like, disgusting people that are going to try to do shit like this. And, like, to avoid them, I would blah, 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 right? You say it in a way where if you genuinely, I don't think it's bad to give, it's always the adult's fault, but at the same time, it's not bad to give for minors to know how to be safe, right? Even if it's not their fault, it's not going to be bad to tell them what to avoid and how to get out of certain things, and to have them like prepared to some extent. So if you want to say it in a way where it doesn't sound like it's making it seem like it's their fault, be my guest. But if you're just like making it sound like it's their fault, or that's like horrible.
Because sabotaging your own fucking life and your own mental well-being over it is just, there's no reason to.
Well, that's
right?
them manipulating you.
Yeah, exactly.
I do,
but that's the thing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
How often do these people attempt to use your empathy against you? Like how, in the cases, how frequently did it happen? Did it happen in each one? Most of them? Not a lot of them? What?
I want to say in most of them, and I've had this issue even with people who weren't trying to get into my pants. You know, again, playing into when I was still on Google Plus, I had again a lot of people, you know, telling me about their issues. I had the friend who killed themselves, and then I had another friend who was talking to me, and then she tried to kill herself.
29 from Rosie. How old? Want to know if I can call you cute? I'm 20. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Rosie. If you guys want to support us, as always, we have the Streamlabs link down below and super chats. If you're new here, another way to support us is to like, subscribe, join the Discord to keep up with drama-related discussions, all that good stuff. Thank you so much.
That was a horrible night for me, waiting to see if she was okay, and she finally, you know, messaged me again. She was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just, you know, bleeding a lot. She tried to slit her wrist. And it was just, when it comes to this kind of stuff, based on how many people I've had, you know, seriously harm themselves or actually try to kill themselves, it's really hard to not believe them, simply because I've experienced so many people who really are depressed and suicidal. It's hard to laugh at someone who's saying, oh, I'm so sad, I'm so depressed.
Well, you know, that's Darwin in action. Go ahead, kill yourself. You know, I mean,
but see, that's the
these are such sensitive, like, mature adults that know how to handle something like this. Really, you could just like, these people should absolutely be like at the forefront of predator investigations.
thing, Sheldon, right? We say that, and we say those things, and we're going to be perceived as sociopaths. When, you know, and you know, maybe they're right. Maybe
this bit is foreshadowing because Vita would threaten to kill himself. So I can't, dude. I can't with this I can't. It's like, oh, by the way, Aiden, this other guy in the call raped a pigeon. Really? What? It's like, how am I supposed to keep up with all this? What, like, it's like we need like an encyclopedia to keep with any of this.
maybe there's a sign of sociopathy. I'm not a fucking psychologist, right? But the thing is that to me, if it's not my friend, if it's some random fucking line, and they are threatening suicide over the most minute of things, then to me, I just go like, even if you're for real, I just go, well, shit, dude, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. Like, I honestly do not care. If some guy messaged me, like I banned someone from a server, let's say, and they go like, unban me, or I feel suicidal, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't unban me from the server, and I don't know this person personally, and I don't care about this person, I will not necessarily egg them on. Maybe I'll just won't reply, or I just say, no, I'm not going to unban you. And then if the next...
Yeah, I mean, what he's saying is, as I said before, in essence, is fine, but you should be consistently reassuring the minor. First of all, I don't think you should be having this conversation to begin with. But if you are, you should be consistently reassuring the minor that it is not their fault. There's nothing wrong in principle with giving them advice to avoid things like this in the future, as long as you let them know it is not your fault. Because one of the biggest things that people struggle with post-grooming, post-molestation, post-rape, etc., I'd even estimate it could be a majority of people who go through these things would be like the self-blame, the guilt, like what I did something to cause this. I did something that made this like happen to me. And no, you didn't, right? The person that did it to you is the one that made this happen to you. In an ideal world, you should have no reason to suspect anyone would ever do anything like that to you. And they took advantage of you having normal expectations that you're not going to be raped, you're not going to be molested, you're not going to be groomed, to do this thing to you. And it is entirely their fault. And people like this, and unfortunately, the person that did this to you is not the only person that does things like this. And like, to avoid them, you know, and then you could give advice.
Say, I find out their parents are contacting us, like, our son killed himself and shit like that. I'll be like, well, that's life. Sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, fuck, there's literally nothing I can do, and there's nothing I'm going to do to make his life better because I don't want to do it if it compromises my comfort. For, you know.
No, my mom didn't beat my ass. She actually has been like, she's been barely able to hear me. She said she didn't even know I was like talking the other night. So, but I just like, to be respectful, I try to keep it down a little bit. But my audio, I can't change my gain, so my audio is just like a bit low. I can move the mic closer to myself. I'm not whispering.
Oh, like, fuck that.
I do want to point out something Firefall said, where she said, it is a common mental trick people use to force people to stay with them and feed off the friendship or companion. If they smell sympathy, they latch like leeches. And I think that's present in this community more than anyone else, anywhere else.
Of course it is. Yeah.
It's all about emotions here, about, you know, not stirring the pot and all that things, and just being friends.
But yeah, it's like emotion.
Yo, thank you so much, $5 for Matcher King. Pear character lifting some weights, saying keep it up. I certainly will. Loving the pear. Okay, the pear is my favorite YouTube sticker by far.
The older ones, it's like they haven't grown up or they're emotionally stunted, and the younger ones, well, they're already.
It isn't centered, so we can't see who's talking properly. Okay, you make a good point. Can I pan it? Okay, it would actually be like way cooler if. Fuck. You know, hold on, I'll do something.
On the internet and interested in internet shit, so they're probably nerds or they're probably whatever, not particularly well designed.
Social.
Any social, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's not even necessarily that. I mean, it's
it.
also the fact that, like, right, as you said, it's stinted adults who just kind of either something fucked with their lives, or maybe they're just
really autistic,
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
The thing is that when adults approach kids on the internet about these types of things, or anything really, I mean, kids are impressionable, extremely impressionable.
That's right, yeah.
If an adult comes to me as a kid for life advice, right, as a kid, I'm going like, wow, I'm fucking wise as shit. This grown ass.
This guy gets it because I think I know everything. Right?
Exactly. You see what I mean? Like that's also a factor here.
Oh sure, absolutely.
Should we begin to transition on to part 2 of the video, you think, or keep delving into this?
I mean,
think we can come back to this later. I'd rather delve into part 2 of the video.
Finally, Lion Man's talking. I was waiting. I'm fixing it, by the way. That's why I'm a little quiet. But the Lion Man is fine. This is the guy I'm here for. These other guys I don't really care about. But finally, the lion has entered the den. The lion has entered his den. Dude, this guy's so pathetic.
And I'll double back and give my thoughts and have my questions for a minute, because there's a lot that does not sit right with me in general.
Well, we had a bigger plot unfolding, and we still could have made it happen for the stream, but it just really wasn't worth it. So as you guys all remember Ichabod, right? He came into the stream quite a few times. It's pretty helpful. It's showing my experiences, but unfortunately, as of late, I haven't trusted him. Something has felt off with the way he's been answering things, and there's a multitude of reasons for that.
Just out of curiosity, how long did Lio know that this relation was going, or not relation, flirtation, or whatever you would classify it as, was occurring prior to this confrontation? Because I heard he knew about it.
You know what? I'm not going to beat around the bush with it. He was trying to manipulate men.
He is what is colloquially known as a orbiter, meaning that he has an interest in Mint on a romantic and sexual level, but was at least smart enough to try not to pursue that until she was legally of age. But Mint decided, and we'll get into that a bit later, to inform us of what's going on here. And now a lot of his other actions are making a lot more sense here. And Vita has some nice, pretty little logs to back up what we are talking about here.
So, who wants to be the one to read Ichabod's messages, and who wants?
Aiden missed my sticker. Oh, sorry. Let me read real quick. Soul Skibbity with the pear, blowing a kiss. Thank you so much. Scallywag with the hard eyes. Thank you so much. We love our gay Scottish people here.
To read mints.
Oh, I'll read Ichabod. Ichabod!
Well, you're gonna have.
Ichabod, dude, is this like also the other thing too? Why do these people have like such gay names, dude? Is this like Sleepy Hollow or some shit?
I'm reading inside. You're gonna have to send me the logs and DMs.
I'm gonna be posting it in drama. Is it okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, well, so Sheldon is Ichabod and Jace's men, I guess.
Yeah, make sure to post them in order.
Don't worry, I'm posting them as we're gonna be reading them. So,
Okay, cool.
Sheldon, I encourage you, take it away.
All right.
Wait, fuck. You know what we're gonna have to do for this? Because this is like totally out of proportion. You know what I'll do? Wait, hold on. Just so you know who's talking. Fuck, dude. It's all... this new setup has made everything like a little out of frame. I guess I could just unfull screen it.
August 17th, fairly recently.
Wait, why didn't I just do
Ichabod
that?
says, to Mintheart, you aren't human trash. Your personality is charming. Your humor is hilarious. You have a strong sense of justice. And you are physically attractive, too. With a pretty cute face, I might add. Cute face, I might not be willing to date you until you are of age. But that doesn't mean any guy wouldn't be lucky as hell to have a shot at it.
No, I wasn't talking about you, Soul. I was talking about... Wait, Scallywag's not Scottish either. I confused him for the Nitro person. I confused him for the... I'm sorry. I was talking about somebody else, Soul, that I confused for somebody else. I know you're Welsh.
Wow.
No, I do have time for donuts. I'm sorry. I'll read them as in like clusters.
Here we go.
Wowzers. Holy shit.
Already off to a great start. Let's continue. Jace, you'll get the chime in on this one.
All right,
This
give me
is
it.
the second image here.
Also, I just like the idea of having a minor like on a live stream about an adult taking advantage of that. It just does not sit right with me, like at all.
Give me a second. It should load for me first.
And we're like treating this like it's like a funny little thing, like look at what this boy was DMing you, tee. And it's like girls like in their room looking at like messages from guys, and instead of girls in their room, it's actually a live stream, and the girls are actually like men in their 40s.
For a bit here. Oh, there we go. Sheldon?
I'm sure in time you'll manage, even if it's just playing it off as a joke, to be blunt. but more too if I'm attracted to you. While I am, I'm no predator. LOL.
So he's essentially saying here, it's just playing it off as a joke, to be blunt, but more to if I am attracted to you. So is this an admission of him being attracted to this person? Oh, wait, yeah, no, it is, because the yes, I am. I was just reading the first part. Yeah, this is an admission. He's attracted. It's not like we had to recontextualize some of these messages. It's like, also, the other thing, too, is, Lia's like, he did the smart thing and waited till they were 18. It's like, okay, but the attempts to ingratiate himself to this person occurred while they were a minor. That's grooming, right? Even if he's going to engage in the actual parts that would have otherwise been illegal when they're 18, acting on the attraction had begun when they were a minor, because grooming is part of the process to get them to that point, right?
I mean, are you?
I hope you don't think I'm a creep or anything.
Well, Mint, yes, I am. I'm very sure about it.
Creeper.
You can trust me,
Oh,
wink,
man.
wink, nudge, nudge.
You can trust me, underage kid. I will not violate your trust. No.
Well, now we're going to transition over to Discord. The
boy.
Discord messages. Because there's a total of 9 images. We've only
Right.
gone through 2, and this is where they get lengthy.
Oh boy. Jello?
Weird question. Am I okay?
Who is the watch? Okay, the watch person is the Ichabod person. Got it. Am I a why are you dude, if you're like in your 30s having to ask 17-year-olds online if you're a creep, you're probably a creep. You're probably a creep. I don't know. Something, just a hunch. Just like a hunch. I think like, yo, like, do you think I'm like a rapist or anything? It's like, if you have to ask that question, I mean, I don't know, man.
All right. I love this because we've seen it before. Weird question. Am I a creep?
No, you've never been creepy or given me or anyone a creep vibe. He's giving me a pretty strong creep vibe right now. Vito's pretty good at picking up on that kind of stuff.
But they're like treating this with the, by the way, it's one thing if you want to laugh at this and cover it on its own. I'm sure I've laughed at like shit like this before, but you have the minor. Is this person a minor at the point this call is occurring? You have them in the call. You have them in the call on the stream. Like, why do you think this is like a good idea? Why do you think it's like, yeah, the minor's in the call. It's like, let's review these kooky grooming DMs with the minor in the call. It's like, what is wrong with you people? That's the other thing too. I've said that like people like Lio like lack a fundamental like understanding of like right and wrong or even shame, okay? To the point where I don't think someone like Lio can figure out he's wrong by himself. He'll need other people to come in and tell him after it's become visible and apparent. And it's like, at that point, just make videos building action figures. You should not be involved in shit like this. And you know, obviously the biggest tell was like, how could you not tell from the first 3 sentences that came out of this Rosa person's mouth that we probably should not be confronting them in this call? They're probably not going to be like super liable for what happened in that server, if liable at all, which they weren't, right? And like, nevertheless, 4 hours. It took 4 hours until somebody else came in and told him it was wrong for him to realize, I guess.
Stuff. And if he considered you a creep, he would have
She's reliving it live.
mentioned something.
Yeah.
I'd ask.
Why is buffer overrun? Dude, I hate Web Archive for playing videos. If anyone has this shit downloaded, just send it to me. Just put in a Google Drive and send it to me. I hate Web Archive so fucking much.
Entertained, I guess. We should.
Bad. I'm like, no, you know.
We were at where? Like 30 minutes in?
What we do.
He still tries to defend. I've literally, wait, dude, Travis, I don't know who you are. I've been hearing from everyone that behind the scenes he's doing this. like providing soft justifications in private, and Beckett even like owns up. I don't know what Beckett was referring to, but Beckett literally says Lio still has soft justifications for that shit. I don't think Lio knows why what he did was wrong. And if you don't know why what you did was wrong, I don't trust your ability to not do something like it again. Right? Like, I'm a big believer in redemption and making up for one's like mistakes, and like I believe in redemption. But the first part of that should be a fundamental understanding of why what you did needs to, like, why that was bad, why that was wrong.
Kill yourself. You know, I mean,
What, we're 37 minutes in?
Brave words.
holy shit.
Already off to a great
34, I think.
The pedo.
Dude, there's like a mosquito that has been living. I shit you not. It's like it's been like living in my room for 2 days, and I can't find it. And like every time I feel something on me now, I think it's the mosquito that's just landed on me. Cause like I wake up, dude, and I've got like, just like I'm covered in fucking mosquito. I don't know if you could see it, dude. I've just got like got mosquito bites everywhere. It's just like this lone fucking mosquito in my room.
A creep. Ha ha!
Jacques.
He's so excited. He's so jolly. Oh.
I do want to chime in here. Mint can at least confirm this. I have been saying as of late something's up with Ichabod, and I don't trust him, right?
Yeah, a lot actually. It's basically been a conspiracy theory with Vita, where he's just like, oh, all this stuff isn't adding up.
I love.
And once we really started getting into it, I'm like, oh fuck, he's right.
Well, continuing onwards, guys.
Like they're treating this like they're treating this like it's all fucking jokes, and like maybe check how the mind feels. Maybe not have them on the stream at all. That's probably a good idea, right?
Oh
yeah. Not a lot of people I'm actually afraid of. I fought cancer. I am either fast enough or strong enough to handle Leo.
That's probably true, to be fair. I'll give him that. Okay, that is like probably true. He could act. He could like actively be fighting cancer, and he could take. Like, have you seen what Lio looks like under the mask? It's like disgusting. Okay, it's like he's like this deformed, grotesque fucking creature of a man. The notion of him trying to be an online tough guy, talking about fighting anyone in real life, is like hilarious.
Brave words, Ickaboy. We're talking about the real life Batman here.
Even Minhart like in on it. She's like, wow, holy
this
fuck.
Guy.
He says, if I had intention to treat you poorly, I would have a reason to be afraid. But Leo is.
Wait, he did die? Did he die?
Isn't a bad dude, and I feel he'd respect both your choice and my own to at least make an attempt to make you happy as best I can. Oh yeah.
Well, Leo, yeah. Well, Leo, you're right here. Let's ask you: do you respect this choice?
No. And more importantly, this idea of
there's multiple people. Okay, let's actually just like establish something before we move on. Who in this call was later outed for themselves being a pedophile? My guess is it's gonna be literally everyone except Mint and LioConvoy. So we've got this Vita person who you're telling me was outed. Apparently, I'd have to look into that. We have this Sheldon person. Were they outed as one? Every single one. Dude, I love this community. I'm telling you, like, we could go into this community and like take it over in a night. I know nothing about art, okay? We could just take it over in a night because like even like the people that handle the other people are like pedophiles or actually retarded. We could literally just like invade that shit. Like, this is the like gotta be one of the most degenerate fucking communities online.
Well, he'd respect my choice to make you happy. I'm not Mint's dad. I couldn't care less about, well, what would make Mint happy. Sometimes what makes people happy is the worst possible thing for them. And in this case, absolutely. And no, Charlie.
Aiden blindly believing. I'm saying allegedly. I said we're gonna have to look into that, right? But if that is true, I'm not surprised.
Ichabod never showed up to BronyCon, so no. But he should have at least seen that footage, and we've all seen what Ichabod looks like.
Oh yeah,
like in these people's cases, you could tell me they were a pedophile, and I would blindly believe you. Like my standards for any other like normal person who says they're a pedophile is like probably like quadruple what it would be from like anybody coming out of the ACC with like a furry or dinosaur or My Little Pony profile picture. Okay, actually, when it comes to the ACC, you have to prove to me that you are not a pedophile. You have to prove to me that you didn't fuck a dog if you're coming out of the ACC. You have to prove to me that you are not on the sex offenders registry. That's my standard for the ACC. You were assumed guilty until proven innocent.
I have a photo of him on my computer.
And he's dying of cancer. So if he thinks he can beat me, what is he thinking?
It's the
right.
Sheldon thing all over again. You submerge yourself in cancer and suddenly you get it.
God.
Continuing onward, unfortunately.
All right. Ichabod says, safe words. Oh no.
Wait, hold on. I just realized something. Are they going to get the Ichabod person in a call with the Mint person? Is that going to happen here? Or, like, tell me that's not what like is going to happen on this stream, right? Surely they're not going to get the minor into a call with the... Are you serious, dude? These people are so retarded, dude. These are not these are not real people. These are not real people we're dealing with. I refuse to believe it. This is like a social experiment.
The dread in your voice.
Safe words are one thing. Cancel words are what I'm talking about. A safe word is a red light. A soft word is yellow.
I did not. First of all, if you know anything about me, I don't have the patience. I barely have the patience to watch this. I don't have the patience to pre-watch it. I never prepare for streams. But also, it's really not like a huge leap in logic when they're literally discussing and laughing at the allegations with the minor in the call. So I know now that they have the minor in the call and are discussing the allegations, and I know that at some point in this stream, because the people that linked it to me told me that they're going to confront Ichabod in the call. So it's not like a huge leap to assume these fucking morons are going to like actually get him in the call with the minor still present.
Yellow, and an okay is green. A cancel word means the sub is so uncomfortable, they need everything to stop and refocus on them. It means aftercare starts then and there. I feel I need to clarify, aftercare is for after a session. A hot ERP sesh, babe. It's time to relax.
Why are you... This is gross, dude. This is so gross, dude. Especially, like, we also know... You know, I'll say this, okay? When I was 17, like, I could handle probably here, but that's not everyone. That's not like when I was 7, like, I just, for various reasons, became an adult when I was young. And, like, but the problem is, even if you're not factoring in this person is 17, this person apparently has been previously groomed, and I'm being told allegedly also previously abused in their real life. And it's like, they're going to be, like, you don't know, like, what saying these things around them is going to be making them feel like they could be reliving certain things. They could be this is just like such a fucking horrible way to go about this.
Relax and clarify everything that's happened in a session. I just want to know.
Feels like they are mocking the minor for having these conversations with the adult. Yes, that too. Like,
did you really enjoy your orgasm? Because I'm really concerned.
Oh. How old is this Shelly person, by the way? How old is this Shelly person? This is insane. There's a minor in the call, a minor that has a history of being abused, a minor who's attempted grooming. We're discussing right now, and you're talking about orgasms and shit, you fucking freak.
Concerned about that. Sorry, everything to stop and refocus on them. It means aftercare starts then. Oh, I already read that. It's time to relax and clarify everything.
Like, wasn't there a guy that did like a debate panel on pedophilia, and he had like he had minors on the panel and people making the pro-pedophilia arguments on the panel. That's like just as good of an idea as this is.
That's happened. session or scene to readjust soft and hard limits and make sure the sub never feels violated or wronged in a session.
There are layers to it. Oh, like Shrek's onions, dude. It's all there's layers.
Also announcing us from the minors specifically susceptible. Yes, that's another good angle. I actually didn't think about that one. That is for morale. He himself knows because he has a history of talking to 17-year-olds. Okay, I'm kidding. Well, not kidding, but it's different. Okay, he was 21. But that is good insight for morale. Yeah, you're like literally just like announcing this person is susceptible to grooming to like a community filled with fucking pedophiles. Listen, in Morale's defense, she was legal in Iraq.
Players. Jesus. Yeah, Jesus has nothing to do with this. Keep him out of this. Might as well throw everything I thought I knew out the window. But then again, I don't exactly go looking into that stuff. And I'm still very much a virgin. And yeah, I at least know about aftercare.
Yo, sorry. Thank you so much for the 10. Joe Savage, our biggest dono of the night. Soul Skibbity with the 5. Did you see Liam Donovan try to cover the Brad drama? His chat freaked out. It was hilarious. I didn't. No. If you want to link that, you can link it in the server. Green with the 199. What's wrong with you? Why are you vaping? Rosie with the 199. No, you're too cute to inhale toxic metal. Well, I'm trying to quit smoking, so it's just I'm not allowed to talk about it, else the video gets demonetized. But I heard it's a little less bad.
Well, I figure it's a concept of education at this point. I'm gonna teach you good.
They're like putting memes above it. This is a great idea, man.
Dirty girl. Lord only knows what future boyfriends will be into. So I'd say it's a heads up on what to look out for if you find a.
Is it just as bad? Like the vapor, I know it's bad for you, but it doesn't like feel as harsh, like in my throat or lungs or anything.
Boyfriend. I love how he's framing this as like I'm teaching her good things, but really he really wants to talk to her about this stuff and get her into it.
He wants to be the dumb boyfriend. Like that's what's happening here.
Yes, because when you talk about teaching somebody about, sex in general, like on an educational level, you go to the guy who is dying of cancer and can't even handle his own relationships. Not somebody who can teach this in a healthy manner or in a
the full extent isn't known yet. Got it.
Clinical manner. No, you go to some random moron on the internet who can't even handle his own relationship. Fantastic, well done, A+ material. What a moron!
He just fucking brought it up.
When you talk about
what riveting insight, the lion is roaring. What riveting insight does this man have?
A virgin, and yeah, I at least know about aftercare.
Well, I figure it's a concept of education at this point. I'm gonna teach you good, dirty girl. Lord only knows.
Are these people like children themselves? Can we even hold them accountable if these people like also have the mental capacity? Like this is like literally like how I talk to middle school, like the performative icky, ew, yuck. Like are these people like I don't understand.
What future boyfriends will be into. So I'd say it's a heads up on what to look out for if you find a dom boyfriend. I love how he's framing this as like I'm teaching her good things, but really he really wants to talk to her about this stuff and get her into it.
He wants to be the dumb boyfriend. Like that's what's happening here.
Because it's grooming. Yes, because it's grooming. He's not gonna outright tell what the intent is. He's attempting to ingratiate himself to this person by I'm just giving them advice. I'm just giving them advice on sex. He's admitted in an outright attraction later on, and according to others, an intent to actually get with this person upon them turning 18. But that's the point of grooming. It's not like overt immediately. It's like getting you to the point where they can be overt, right? And he's giving himself plausible deniability.
Because when you talk about teaching somebody about, sex in general, like on an educational level, you go to the guy who is dying of cancer and can't even handle his own relationships. Not somebody who can teach this in a healthy manner or in a clinical manner. No, you go.
So, okay. So, hold on. Is Lio's problem that this person isn't the appropriate adult to be teaching them about sex because he probably doesn't know how to teach them about sex? That's his problem with this. Not that this person who's clearly demonstrated intent and attraction to this minor is like talking to them about sex and like exposing them to sexual conversations, most likely with the intent to get them into some kind of sexual exchange. This is grooming. It's not just like he's giving this person bad advice. You really think it comes down to bad advice? This is just grooming.
Go to some random moron on the internet who can't even handle his own relationship. Fantastic. Well done. A+ material. What a moron.
Is he calling the mint?
He just fucking.
Oh no, he's calling this person.
Brought it up. We were.
Mint?
I don't even know what the hell we were.
Mint.
Okay.
You,
okay. I'm just.
You should have shut it down.
Are you serious? Dude, this is horrible. This is horrible. Are you serious, bro? Not only do we have like this minor in a stream making fun of the blatant attempts to groom them in front of them, but we are now going to actively put the blame on. Why was this guy's like actually so retarded. Like the fact that he was willing to do this on stream shows me he wasn't necessarily, he did not believe that what he was doing was wrong. But that's the problem. He is so fucking stupid. He shouldn't have a platform. Like he's like an actual fucking moron. And should not be handling allegations against people, confrontations against people, because not only can he not only does he not know what he did wrong, but you can put a situation in front of him where someone else did something wrong, and he can't even ascertain what they did wrong. He can't even tell you what's wrong in that situation. He'll find the worst angle. The grooming wasn't bad because it was grooming. The grooming was bad because the sex advice was coming from someone who probably can't give good sex advice.
Leo, before you go on your...
No, we'll keep going. I just needed to say that. Keep going.
That's fine. We'll continue onward. Number
All right.
Opinions, actions, and anything else said in this video may not reflect the views of the uploader. Some statements may be outdated to the people involved because some of these videos are years old. These are meant for archival I like this disclaimer. That's a good disclaimer to have on your archival videos. Some videos are also to document the behavior and history of predators. However, not all videos are made by predators. Also keep in mind that some people archived may be going by new names and aliases. Today on this shitty-ass stream show, we're going to be talking to Mint Heart. This was the original description. Mint Heart about her history of people preying on her and her... This is the description of the original stream. Today on this shitty-ass stream show, we are going to be talking to Mint Heart about her history of people preying on her and her inability to say no, despite it happening over and over again. This is horrible, and you know me. You know I'm not like some like Me Too fucking like, you know, I scrutinize every allegation. I scrutinize it, but this is just horrible because these people don't know the first fucking thing about how grooming works. You understand that the first time being sexually abused or groomed by an adult as a minor increases your risk of happening to you again significantly compared to the general population. They're acting like this is some unique thing that shows a problem with this person. No, if you get groomed, if you get raped, if you get assaulted, your risk of it happening again is going to be higher than that of the general populace. That's not surprising.
Number 15.
Okay, Ichabod says, you know me, I don't like the whole self-loathing thing, but I'm not trying to undress you either. Even though I don't know if this...
Check inbox, I seen the video on YouTube. Oh my god, thank you so much. I love you, Blurg. Yeah, if I had to use web archive for like 2 more seconds, I was gonna crash out. Where are we? 39, 34? Thank you, Blurg.
Entertained, I guess.
My best friend. 39, 34. Got it. Cool.
J'accuse!
He's so excited. He's so jolly. Oh.
I do want to chime in here. Mint can at least confirm this. I have been saying as of late something's up with Ichabod, and I don't trust him, right?
Yeah, a lot actually.
Also, like, I don't know if this is how this Mint person normally talks, but like, even if you're like complete, like, the silence from this individual, like, to me would indicate some level of discomfort. Maybe not, even if it's not discomfort with what's going on here, maybe discomfort with, like, I don't know, Lio comes off with like a very like it seems like certain people who talk to Lio are like scared he's gonna start berating them or whatever, and are like scared to get on his bad side.
It's basically been a conspiracy theory with Vito, where he's just like, oh,
well, Mint doesn't sound totally uncomfortable right now, but
all this stuff isn't adding up.
It doesn't really matter to me.
And once we really started getting
sense of like this is gonna be wrong regardless.
Dig into it, I'm like, oh fuck, he's right.
Well, continuing onwards, guys. Enjoy.
Yeah, by the way, I hope somebody after this like let Mint know this was not their fault. Like, I hope like this person's not living right now. And to be fair, if a victim is blaming themselves, just telling them that it isn't their fault is not gonna, like, in many cases, adequately reassure them. But to actually affirm the narrative that it is their fault is like fucking horrible. And like, I hope they've, you know, spoken to more reasonable people about this, hopefully a therapist or something.
Not a lot of people I'm actually afraid of. I fought cancer.
Yeah, it could help a little bit. Yeah.
I am either fast enough or strong enough to handle Leo.
Brave words, Ichabod.
Wait, we already we're at the wrong timestamp. We got up to where they pull up. Wait, up here. Sorry, we're at the wrong timestamp.
It ended up, but we were talking about 50 Shades of Grey because I think it's because my mom was watching the movies. I'm like, yeah, they're kind of bad movies. I haven't read the book though, so maybe that's better. He's like, no, that's not better. I'm like, oh, so you've read it? He's like, yeah, and then he started going into BDSM and how 50 Shades is not realistic.
Apparently, it's a core part of his life, even outside of the bedroom.
And he's like, that's the other thing too. He's subtly this guy probably has a BDSM fetish. He's like casually introducing how BDSM is done to the minor to see, are they going to be okay with something like this? He's exposing them to the idea. Right, this is just how grooming operates. It's not going to be an overt, like, sometimes it actually will be when you're dealing with, like it can actually just be an overt, like, coming into your DMs being like, let's have sex. But then it really wouldn't be grooming. It would just be predation, right? But grooming is a tactic used by predators, and the grooming, it kind of exposes them to these ideas to the point where they're comfortable with it, and, yeah.
Groom, according to him.
Oh no.
He's one of those people.
I don't go. So there's only one part of this that I found funny, and I would first of all, I'd never have the minor on a stream. But let's say someone snapped their fingers and forced me to do it tomorrow. I'm adult enough to not laugh, even if I find part of it funny, right? Like I found what was it? There was like one DM he sent that I thought was like kind of funny, right? Even though he's a groomer, but like, or just how absurd it was. But if I'm speaking the minor, I'm not gonna say that.
Who you see walking up and down the pride parades in a fetish outfit.
You gonna cover my return stream? Probably not, unless something happened on the stream. Just because I don't like to backseat topic cover. Like, I like to cover the primary situation instead of covering other people's coverage of something. But I'm glad you're back, buddy. I'm glad you're back, and I'm looking forward to the next stream. I will say, Salvo, I thought your analysis of Indian American occupational trends was spot on. Okay, I was very surprised you didn't just like default to like the popular Twitter racism. Well, not surprised per se, but not that I expect that of you. But listen, I'll just say I liked for the moments I tuned in on. I thought it was very well grounded and a good stream.
Yes.
We'll go over that after we get through these logs. Just to add some icing to this, I guess. This shit Sunday. But first off, we're moving on to number 7 out of 9.
Ichabod says, "Oh, you are a Mint. I'm trying to find the right voice. You are a dangerous woman. When a guy gets attracted to you, Mint, but I would say with a certainly only smug fuckers have, that I am most definitely falling for you in a big way. Oh.
A dangerous woman. How? I'm literally getting like fucking spy movie flashbacks. Like...
No, dangerous because all the guys that are attracted to her wind up in jail.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Good one. Good one, Laya. Really, truly.
Definitely no eye candy. I think the best.
And it's not as well, like, I'd be a little more... These guys are, like, in their early 20s. I'd still, like, be like, this is, like, horrible. Like, that wouldn't really change a whole lot for me. But I'd be more willing to accept that they're just, like, early 20s fucking morons. The notion that we have Lio here, who thinks he's in a position to, like, adopt and coach other people and catch predators and be, like, the guy that's confronting people... A guy who at this point would have been in what, his late 30s, is like, it's mind-numbing. Like, I honestly, I don't understand.
Best thing about me is my personality, and even then, I still think it's shit.
A dangerous woman, how, Mr. Bond? I don't really know how I can be. Ichabod said.
You're also desensitizing this person to the idea of grooming in general. Like, this is like a funny kind of thing, right? It's like a funny, you know, kind of cringe, let's laugh at it, kind of, other than, no, this is like really bad that someone would do this or try to do this to you.
You're 17, Mint. I, ellipsis for dramatic effect. If I ever make you feel uncomfortable or say anything out of line, you can tell me.
Like what, the BDSM education?
Yeah, right.
Oh, you're a dangerous woman. This short Mexican lady walked into my office.
The funny thing is, like, the interesting thing is that Ichabod's smarter than most of the other people who've been in the same situation, kind of, and he's very self-aware of it all, you know, which makes it even better.
And yet he still goes with it.
He goes with it.
That's not him being he's trying to present himself as, like, vulnerable. As, like, not vulnerable, what would be the word? Like, non-threatening. Like this guy is safe because he's double-checking if I'm okay. This guy can't be a threat. He's just, like, concerned for me. He wants to know if he's making me uncomfortable. This guy cares. This guy really cares. He's trying to make himself not be a threat, like, less of a threat in the perception of the person he's trying to groom.
Like, he's so self-aware, but he doesn't connect the dots of, like, okay, if when I'm typing things out to Minthart, is there anything I'm saying in here that if this were sent to Vita, Sheldon, or Jace, or Leo, they would just shit on me constantly for it?
But he knows. Of course he knows.
No,
and yes, the answer is
that's why he's trying to get the miner to like him and see him as a friend, not a threat.
Yes.
No,
he didn't think of that. He didn't think of it.
No, here's the thing. I think he did. I think he did think of that because he goes on. He talks about how well if it was Leo,
this
he would
like
be a good guy.
Of idiots using a young girl's trauma to make fun of it. Yes, because this is exactly what he did with Rosa, right? Lio wasn't mad that Rosa was, like, in a server that also had a groomer and he thought Rosa was a mod or whatever. That's not really why he was mad. That's not really why anyone was mad. They were mad that Rosa was, like, going after their friend Zaid. And that shows in the fact that it seems like they spend half the time talking about Rosa's criticisms of Zaid and, like, Star Wars takes than they do about, like, Rosa's, like, alleged presence in a server with... And by the way, these people don't know what grooming is. They don't know who groomers are. They're people that can seem likable, manipulate you, etc., etc. And even if Rosa did have mod perms, the fact that you think someone in her mental state couldn't be manipulated by a groomer into thinking they're, like, a good person or whatever is just, like, completely absurd. But they were using that as an excuse to confront this person over something else because they just didn't like them.
You wouldn't get in the way of your happiness. Then why were you hiding it from me, Ichabod? If you were so sure, why were you hiding it from me, you stupid goon?
Yeah, I think you're right. He did know it, and he did it anyway because he thought...
Which makes it worse.
Well, if he knew this would happen and he doesn't care, I don't know.
Yep.
No, the truth of it is he thought he wouldn't get caught. That's all it goes down to. That's all it goes down to.
All right, Vita, let's carry on.
Page number 8. We're almost at the end of this, guys.
Wow.
Praise God.
Ichabod says, how about I leave you with this? You are without a doubt one of the best people I've met on the internet. I'm proud to know you, and I miss you when you aren't talking. What? When you aren't talking, you've become a kind
How
of
old is she
addiction.
during this call? Apparently 17. That's what I'm being told. Apparently she's 17 at the time of this call. Now look, okay, I'll say this. I do think that there's some 17-year-olds. I was only 17, 3 years ago. I do think that there are 17-year-olds that in some cases are more mature than 18-year-olds and like can be around mature discussions. But you can't assess, like, there's no way you can tell that. That's why we draw hard standards. But another thing is, even if you are establishing the individual, this person has previously been victimized, right? This person's previously been victimized. So even if this person wasn't 17 right now and they were like in their early 20s, I still wouldn't feel okay doing something like this.
To me. What the fuck? This guy's
them being 17 makes it worse, of course. But it's not just that facet you have to look at. It's the facet of like their previous victimization. This is probably a vulnerable person.
like in love with you. Holy shit.
Follows from Bobby B. Like the devil, groomers will always approach with a smile. True. That's why they're groomers. Yeah, people don't fully it seems like this is like kids should know what grooming is before they go online. Like instead of prohibiting kids outright from the internet, I'm of the belief that like they should like complete like an online safety course and then get access to the internet that's like monitored by their parents. I think if you restrict kids from the internet outright, not only are they going to be social outcasts, but when they do come of age, they're going to be going into this whole new world that they don't know the dangers of. So I think exposing it to them in like a safe, gradual way is probably going to be like the best idea. But it seems like a lot of people don't understand what grooming is or how it works. They think grooming and like predation are synonymous. Now, grooming is a tactic used as a part of predation.
Or he just knows what you want to hear.
Yes, a 30-year-old man with a child and 3 girlfriends is in love.
That's right. Yeah. To me, okay, you've become a kind of addiction.
Like, yeah, teach kids about internet permanence. Teach kids about being exposed to adults that have malicious intentions, potentially. Teach like, let them know what they're getting into and how to be safe doing it.
I hate to spend a day.
And that doesn't mean you immediately send them into it afterwards. You put them in kind of like with training wheels, where it's heavily supervised, and then you can gradually kind of step back. The problem as well is a lot of adults, a lot of parents are like, to a point where I think it's basically like child neglect to one extent, is they are super negligent when it comes to their kids online. They use the internet or they use iPads and laptops as a substitute for like having to engage with their children, and it's like meant to just like keep them compliant and entertain them, and they just like don't observe it. They give it to them and step away, and it's like, dude, what are you doing, bro? Like, parents need training courses on the internet too. I think as Gen Z becomes parents, I actually think it might be better in that facet. I know it's like fun to say Gen Z is dumb or whatever, and they are kind of, but I think that Gen Z will be like better parents when it comes to like moderating the internet usage.
Not knowing if you're okay, or not talking to you, and I have a ship art idea. God, it's just stream of consciousness, and I have ship art idea since I'm always tired. Apparently, this Ichabod pony sleeping with the mint pony jumping up and yelling, "Surprise, motherfucker!" So funny. I might be off base with the idea, but I figure you might like it, baby.
I don't know if there's a. It's fucking up. The image is not loading for me, so I can't see.
Leo, you can read this one then.
All right, heading over to it. In the drama.
Fuck you,
Always
man.
sweet as honey with your words, eh? I'll have to add that art to my list of artsy stuff to do for sure.
Yeah, like Lio just hates this guy and wants to mock him and doesn't really care that there's like any grooming involved here.
You should get some rest, you dummy.
Ichabod says, "Oh, actually, replace surprise, motherfucker, with FBI open up." So he's that self-aware. He's that knows that he's teetering a bat. I'm not a good line here. And yes, I tend to be sweet with my words. Plus, it's true. If you left, I'd go through a kind of withdrawal, but I have to get over it. I'm kind of vulnerable about it because I'm not usually quite so exposed. Sure, I tell people a lot about me, but it's all surface level. Ha ha ha. Ha. I tell you about my emotions, which is much rarer. I'm only revealing this to you, girl, because I care so much about you, girl. It's just holy shit, so black and fucking white. Jesus.
No subtlety this one.
None. Zero.
I'm gonna post this next one, but there's some logs I forgot, and $2 in a currency I can actually fucking read. Says Ichabod in Buttons, the fantastical lolcows.
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to Buttons and that involvement here shortly. But let us continue.
I don't know who Buttons is. I'm honestly scared to figure out. Did that person fuck a lizard?
This next one, you guys read it out. I'm gonna have to dig out this one very important image I forgot.
Okay.
Ichabod says, "Beyond everything, we will always be friends." Is that a promise we're keeping?
Oh,
Do
we lost
you-
Jace.
It's fine.
This is like textbook grooming, dude. It's like textbook. What are you like? I like you need to put this like if I become when I become dictator of the world and I make these mandatory children online safety courses, we're gonna use this as like an example of what grooming looks like. This is grooming.
Do you want it to be a promise? I take them very seriously. If it's broken, it could really hurt me.
I love the impression. I promise beyond everything, even if we are never romantic, even if we never go beyond that friendship, I swear on my grandmother's life, I will always be your friend.
And I promise that, no matter what, I will always be your friend above everything else that may happen.
You made me fucking cringe about the whole
hold on,
shit.
guys, shut up. Vita, this is funny. I guess Ichabod doesn't value his grandma's life that much, does he now?
I guess not.
I guess not. All right, to give you guys, should I talk about this, Vita? I don't think it's fine, right?
What is the grandma's life?
That we wanted to bring him. No,
But
that we
for
were,
Birdie, it was yeah. That's another good example of like children who's like on. In that case, though, I honestly feel for the parents. The parents might probably were shit, but like, I think this Birdie person exaggerates the extent of how much they've been wronged by others in their life, obviously. But that's like another case of like, dude, why? Like, I'm pretty sure Birdie, as far as I know, Birdie was like one of the. Because like Kiwi farms, I think used to, and they should have like a policy of like no threads on minors. I think Birdie was like the first miner to actually have a Kiwi farms thread, if I remember correctly.
to bring Ichabod in here.
We were gonna bring Ichabod in here so we could turn this around on him. Yes, we could say that much.
Yes. Okay. So yeah. So we wanted to do that, and by the way we would do this is because Mint was the first portion of the stream was always going to be dedicated to us talking about Mint's inability to say no to these types of people, right? And we were planning on inviting per Mint's quote unquote request to be here for support, right? And when we came forward to him and offered that, saying that it's per her request, he said no.
Okay, so they were gonna be hard on Mint to get the guy to join, but they weren't. But they actually do believe the things they've said so far, obviously. So they can't fall back on the cope of, oh, we were just saying that to bait the fucking pedophile into a call with a minor. Or whatever. It's like, even like, how could you say a sentence like that and still not realize like how insane what you're doing is right now?
Fuck you. What was it he said exactly? Hold on, let me go dig up a log that you said.
Ultimately, he didn't. He declined because Mint didn't come to him to support it.
Let's see.
In addition, he removed my admin, which I did have in his server, so he senses something's up.
Yeah. What happened? Ichabod, so I know you're fucking watching this. Are you gonna be friends with Mint after this? Are you gonna be friends forever? You gotta. You swore on your grandma's life, so you fucking better stick to that word.
I have an
You
image
fucker.
I want to show, and I didn't see this one prior to this, and it makes me feel very uncomfortable. And I'll put this in chat because it'll take forever for you guys to see it otherwise.
Oh my god, dude, lock him up. Put this guy in a cage. Put this guy in a fucking cage. Dude. I guess they're enabling it. No, I don't even think this is they're all active participants. I don't think there's like even the bystander. Like, but even like this is like something so glaringly obviously wrong. Like the fact that you can't see that shows you like lack any form of insight that would make you useful as like being someone who criticizes others online.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I saw that earlier.
Which one is it? I don't
It's a link to the tweet with the cop.
Oh, okay, with the lollipop. Okay.
No. Fuck off. Well,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
How do you feel about this one, Jace?
Wait, is he saying that's Mintheart?
Yes. He's saying she's a lolly.
Yeah, right.
She's a kinky lolly who's
Got it.
into arresting people.
Got it. So Jace is the person, Sheldon is the person that, not Spockter. I'd like to apologize to Spockter, who allegedly is a pedophile for other reasons. But this Jace person was the person who accidentally, I guess, found out they had child porn on their hard drive and like tried to flush it down the toilet and told everyone about it. No? No. That's not what happened. What am I missing? I had it right at the beginning. Then why did people tell me I had it wrong and it was actually Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. I'd like to walk it back, okay? Okay. Spocter is the person that accidentally had the CP on their hard drive. What do you mean no one said that? They literally said that earlier. They literally said, what are you talking about? This is like a VOD. You understand? You go rewind it and like see it. People were saying that earlier, right? All right, I'm gonna just like I'm gonna take notes. I'm gonna take notes. Got it. All right. So just so I don't falsely accuse anybody of being a pedophile. All right. So Spocter. Hard drive, toilet flush. And then what did Jace do? What did Jace do? Something involving kids. Got it.
As you can see.
And who else is into BDSM shit? I don't know. Could it be Ichabod?
No, no. Okay. All right, we're back again. The drawing board is back. Okay, so Jace is not a pedophile? Okay, hard drive toilet flush for Spocter. What did Jace do? Okay, then they so then okay. All right, I'm sorry, Jace. I'm sorry, Jace. I'm sorry.
Oh god.
Well, actually, they did have something involving kids in the sense they're like part of a live stream that's like laughing at grooming allegations from a mind that was groomed. Just be clear.
Oh
no.
Your almonds are too activated for me,
Mr. Bond. It couldn't be.
I want to go up to this because we talked about earlier about the whole manipulation thing, the suicide and all that, and I forgot to include this when I was going through. Sheldon and Jace, would you care to reprise your role?
I'm gonna just like compile a list of everybody involved in every situation before I cover it and like figure out if it's involved in the ACC and figure out what their allegation is. Okay, so Jace is not a pedophile. Got it. I'd like to apologize to Jace, and I'd like to apologize to Spocter. Okay, I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. It will not happen again. I'm sorry for tarnishing your good reputations.
I mean, if it loads my screenshot. Yep, it's fine. Let's go, Sheldon.
Ichabod says. We need to create a series called Ichabod Says. Ichabod says, the book in itself leads into the next bit. Someday I promise I'll read that book to you. Even if it's in a hospital bed. I'll read that book to you even if I have a few hours. We'll make it through. What the fuck? We'll make it through it. The last gift for the first. We'll swim in the dark. Abysmal? Is that an actual word? Abyssal? I don't think that's
This feels abysmal.
It should be abysmal. In that dark abysmal pool together. To see the depths of imagination. Meds are kicking in and I'm getting flowery. Sorry.
Hush. It's okay. You and I will go through that all cuddled up and enjoying some coffee or cocoa. I've always wanted to read to someone. Read with someone.
Alright, so just more like grooming. I'm just trying to make sure I don't want to miss anything too notable. I'll just recheck the timestamp that Malcolm typed out. Hold on. Aiden DMs me. I don't think have I ever spoken to you in DMs? Wait, apparently we skipped a really good one at 35 minutes. 35:50.
Respect both your choice and my own to at least make an attempt to make you happy as best I can. Oh yeah.
Leo, you're right here. Let's ask you. Do you respect this choice?
No. And more importantly, this idea of, well, he'd respect my choice to make you happy. I'm not men's dad. I couldn't care less about, well, what would make me happy. Sometimes what makes people happy is the worst possible thing for them.
Great response, Lio. Great response. So why are you a predator hunter at all? Just say, I'm not the miner's dad. So then why do you give a fuck? Why do you care about any act of predation online, you fucking moron? Ooh, 5410. Okay, good. I didn't want to miss this.
Deal with this nonsense. All right, so let's go ahead and delve into what ultimately kicked this off. Mint, I want you to tell me directly, for everyone to hear, why you decided to bring this to our attention a month after all this happened.
Well, after Vita was telling me all about how Ichabod is, lying and not keeping his story straight, it really got me thinking about, well, all the stuff that Ichabod's been saying to me. And it suddenly hit me that I got Ichabod all wrong. Ichabod is, messing around with me. And, obviously that really fucked me up. And I felt really bad about it. And I told Vita, and he's like, what do you want to do? And I said, I have to tell Leo now. And he said, well, do you want me to tell him? And I said, no, I had to be the one to tell him. And that's when I, messaged you about it.
Oh, you see, there's more to it that you're avoiding here. And we both know that. So let me go ahead and cut through the chaff. The main reason why you came to us was because he lied to you.
I mean, that's one part of it, yes. Because not only did he lie to me, Leo, but he fucking manipulated me. As a
Yes, and I'm not going to downplay that. He absolutely did that. But here's my disconnect. Here's what troubles me to my core on this. If he had not lied to you, how long would this have gone on?
Not very long. Again, I noticed
I hate this guy. I hate this guy so much, dude. Like, he is the type of guy to ask, like, okay, well, what was she wearing? This guy should never assume responsibility of, like, being the person that brings justice to online instances of child grooming and confronting. This is, like, insane, dude. I fucking despise this man. Like, it is crazy. People say, why are you covering this? This is so old, whatever. Because I hate this guy. I am obsessed with how much I hate him. I really hate this guy. I want him to answer for how horrible of a human being he is from someone who can, like, confront him in a competent manner. What the fuck is it? This is... You're talking to somebody who has been repeatedly victimized by men. Not only, as I said a million times, not only should you never be talking to them in this context on a fucking live stream, or talking to them in this context at all, but, like, your tone is like there's just, like, no consideration for this person's, like, welfare. You're like, I'm dealing with someone who's been repeatedly victimized. Let me tell them what they did wrong and, like, berate them. Like, you're a fucking horrible person. You're a horrible human being. I hate to be like the, oh, this is morally wrong, guys, person, but, like, when it comes to Lio, everything I've seen of him is like, yeah, I have to take a moral stance on. Like, this is, like, really bad. This is really bad.
Realized he was manipulating me, I would have said something. Regardless of the lying, I would have said something.
Well, we can't know. This line of questioning is really pointless.
I did reach out to him, and then he blocked me. What I did was, I had Beckett reach out, and he said he wouldn't talk to me, and then a few months later, he knew on stream I challenged him to talk to me, and I sent him a telephone emoji, and then he blocked me. And then he said on multiple streams or voice chats that he would not talk to me for at least 5 different reasons that have consistently changed.
No, I'm doing this to...
And all of these reasons make no sense because the criteria he's provided as to why he won't talk to me would be met by other people he has been willing to talk to. The only difference is the people in those cases had, like, a fucking negative 50 IQ. So it is just, he won't talk to me because he knows I'm an outsider that isn't, like, completely incompetent, that can hold his own in a discussion. And he knows that he's not gonna be able to do his, like, gay fucking, like, 5 IQ, berate you shit. Like, this guy sucks. He sucks. I even said to Lio, you could get, like, your hype, or I didn't say it to him, I said it on stream, which I know he watched. You can get your hype man in the call. It could just be me. We could do, like, a 1v10. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Statement here. I really hope so, Mint. Because this is becoming...
Have your sweepers with you. I don't care. Literally, Lio can come on the stream with, like, 10 of his top fucking 18-year-old sweepers. I don't care, okay?
Competitive. And while it is absolutely against normally my better judgment...
Yeah, we have noticed that, Honeybee. We have noticed that, like, every time we've seen him talk. It's so pathetic.
To do any victim blaming, and that's not what I'm going to do here either. You've got to learn.
He needs like hype man, and all his hype men sound fucking, like, retarded. Dude.
Next time this happens, you don't wait a month. Don't wait until they screw up in a way that hurts you emotionally or betrays your trust. Tell us immediately. Immediately. That way we can nail these suckers early.
Nah, she won't because she wants it.
No, okay, Sean.
Okay, no, I don't like the phrasing there. Please, not that phrasing.
What did you just say?
They screw up in a way that hurts you emotionally or betrays your trust. Tell us immediately. Immediately. That way we can nail these suckers early.
Nah, she won't because she wants it.
Excuse me? Hello? What? What? Got it. Got it. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna let you sit with that. I don't even think I need to say something about that one.
No, okay, Sean.
Okay, no, I don't like the
Sure,
phrasing there. Please, not that phrasing.
It's just the truth.
Well,
The point is, Leo-
hold on, let Mint defend herself. Is that the truth, Mint?
He doubles down too. Even the other like moron in the call is like, that's even gone too far for him. He's like, I don't like the way he said that. I don't like the phrasing. He doubles down. He's like, it's true.
Oh, it's not the truth. Jesus.
All right, I guess Sheldon can shove it.
The point is that
That's suckers.
Leo, here we have the master of pickup artist of underage kids over here, guys. Shelly D.
Oh, yeah.
The point is that she might not have thought there was anything wrong with this, right?
Yes,
that's the problem.
yes. That's why it's grooming. Thank you. You finally understood the concept of grooming. Congratulations.
Here is that
It's to get the minor to a point where they're not going to think anything's wrong with it, and to get them to comply willingly, to be a willing participant. So
for some reason, I think the naivety still persists, despite the fact that we've given her countless examples of how this is not okay, right? Like, because if you read his logs, comparatively speaking, to all the other horrid shit we've read from other people, right, it doesn't sound as bad. And I'm not going to say it doesn't sound bad. It absolutely sounds bad. It just doesn't sound as bad. And because of that, maybe to her, it didn't seem like that big of a deal, right? And that's the ultimate.
what country is this guy from? Maybe like the age of consent in his country is like 11. So maybe he just like does genuinely see this person as like a grown adult. So I don't know.
The problem. And did you ever feel uncomfortable
That's a joke, by the way. It's obviously not going to be a defense.
during this exchange at all?
No.
None of these texts made you uncomfortable talking to
Okay,
her.
the BDSM thing a little bit, because that's kind of fucking weird to just bring up out of
That's-
like, oh, okay, I
that's-
guess we're talking about this now. Sure, why not?
That's when you either tell
Yo, $10 from Will is me. Thank you so much. Super fucking generous. Much appreciated. Putting us halfway to Streamly goal. Oh, we have to start another temp goal. You guys are the best. If you want to support us, you can Streamlabs, Super Chat, or like up, sub up. Always helps me out. Thank you guys.
tell him to fuck off, or you come to one of us, preferably Leo or Vita. I don't want to fucking deal with this shit. Either one of them, and you tell them, "Yo, dog, is this weird or is it just me?" Right? Like, there's nothing wrong with getting a second opinion.
Well, I mean, it's not only that, right? It's also, I mean, he's just the way Ichabod is flirting. It's so obvious, right? It's like,
But it's obvious to you and me.
I'm going to be there for you in the future, even if it's in a hospital, and I'm going to caress your head. And I sure am attracted to you and all these things. It's like, you know what that is, right? I mean, you obviously know what he's doing. So what are you doing? Is what I want to know.
That's a good point. I mean, like, you didn't seriously,
you're not stupid.
You didn't take his word into
$2 from Janky Johnny. Love you, Schnookums. You too, Pookie Bear. Thanks.
terms of, like, you didn't seriously think that he was actually going to be on the deathbed reading you a book, right? Like,
No.
well, there you go. So that's the problem. You seem to understand.
Go to an adult outside of Discord. Yes. Now, what I am sympathetic to is it does seem like a lot of minors online are online because they are like alienated by their connections in the real world. They have a bad family life. They don't connect with anybody at school or actively being bullied. This isn't the case for everyone, but there could genuinely be a case where they do not have a trusted adult to go to offline. But if that is the case, what you then do is you can link them like support hotlines and like police contact numbers and be like, these people will like help you discreetly. Please like tell someone about this. I know you can't talk to you don't feel comfortable going to your parents, but like these people will help you. What happened to you isn't okay. And then you could just leave it at that, right?
Understand, but you don't seem to connect the dots. You know what I mean? Like, you have, let's say, on a billboard in your head, manipulation pinned here, and then you have this is obvious, not gonna.
Hell, even if, okay, this is like obvious, like I wouldn't even go this far, but like even if like you like I don't have a problem with the adult making the report to the police on the minor's like behalf. So okay, so if you're an adult online that knows this is happening and the minor doesn't have a trusted adult in real life, if you want to be the one to go and contact the police, I don't, even though that's now you making yourself involved, I don't really care. Like, your intentions are good and that will have probably a good outcome.
Have sort of bullshit here, but you don't seem to connect those two together for some fucking reason.
The problem is when you're not doing that and you're handling it yourself in a non trying to get law enforcement involved context. Now you're just being weird.
And I don't know.
I still think it's some kind of mental block. I don't know, dude. Honestly, I don't fucking know.
Like, yeah, you wouldn't be like presenting yourself as the savior. You'd be presenting yourself as the person. I'll contact the people that can save you on your behalf, right?
Right? Like,
No.
well, there you go. So that's the problem. You seem to understand, but you don't seem to connect the dots. You know what I mean? Like, you have, let's say, on a billboard in your head, manipulation pinned here, and then you have this is obvious, not gonna have sort of bullshit here, but you don't seem to connect those two together for some fucking reason. And I don't know.
I still think it's some kind of mental block. I don't know, dude. Honestly, I don't fucking know. I have no explanation for it. I know you guys want one, but I have nothing.
Okay, I have a question. Now, I want you to try your best to put yourself in this position, because it's not a realistic one that I'm about to describe. If this was me doing this to you,
Oh, wow.
how long would it take you to tell me?
5 seconds, because it's you, and something would be seriously wrong at that point. It's
What? Why would you? What? Sir? Excuse me, sir? Hello? What? This is like you're having a conversation with someone who's raped and be like, just hypothetically, imagine I was the one doing the rape. It's like, hold on, walk that back. What did you just fucking say? Like, now, to be fair to Lio, I don't think that he's like he's some kind of like weirdo with kids for saying something like that, or he's being weird like with a kid. I don't think he's like a weirdo in that sense. I just think this guy is like so incompetent that he like should not have a platform, and like he's a fucking moron. I think he thought he was like cooking in his head or some shit, not realizing like, what the fuck are you saying? I hate to,
It's Leo. I don't understand what's going on.
All right, then go on.
Go to you about it,
I'm
but
not saying Lio can't be a creep around kids. Maybe he could be. Any adult online could be a creep around kids. I just don't know about it. But this alone would not lead me to making that conclusion. It would just reaffirm my conclusion that this guy is like a fucking idiot that doesn't understand anything and is like too incompetent to be online. And just to be clear, I don't want to remove his agency completely by emphasizing how stupid he is. He is actively malicious, right? And sort of like in the Rosa shit, he knew, like, I don't doubt that he knew that this person was like not cognitively like, I guess equipped to deal with something like that. He just, what would be the right term? He thought he could just, he thought that it was fine. He could come out looking good, right? He knew what he was saying was going to hurt this person. He knew that he was using the groomer and a server as like an excuse to confront her over something else. So he is malicious in various facets. Do not remove his agency because I'm telling you how stupid he is. But yeah, he is just like insanely like dumb, like incredibly dumb, like an actual like fucking like moron.
From now on, assume everybody's me.
Okay.
Oh dear God, that's a horrible world.
That is a horrible world.
Absolutely, but if the intention was-
There's another good point is that she has context to us because like she hung around us for a while now.
He gets his yes, yeah, dude, spot on. This is what it comes down to as well. This is like his existence online is to reaffirm his self-worth. You look at motivations. What does he get out of this? He's not making a lot of money doing this, if any. He's probably making no money doing this, right? He doesn't have a sizable audience, etc., etc. What does he get? He gets respect, he gets power, he can feel like a fucking man. Because in real life, he's probably a loser, right? He looks incredibly out of shape. I guess he's married, but his wife probably doesn't love him. Or he's the type of husband that's sleeping on the couch and is like de facto divorced without actually having it on paper yet. Like, it is about self-worth for him.
And she knows that when we do something is out of character, right? Like, it's easy to spot. With Ichabod, you didn't really know him that well. So it's really hard to tell when he's being out of character or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, so maybe that was another...
But when I did hear about him taking in vulnerable people to be like his children, I did think like, okay, there's something weird going on here. But now my conclusion would be, I have to look more into that before I say anything definitive, but my conclusion would be that is also another having people rely on him, or is like another affirmation of his self-worth.
Block in her brain that was just like, oh, this doesn't sound too bad because it doesn't seem out of character for this guy. Like, it seems like you don't think of people through their ages, right? Like when you're talking to them.
I know this girl's one. I know.
You sort of think of them the way they present themselves online, which is a bit of an issue, right? Because you perceive the way they usually act as opposed to the way they should act as an adult.
Yes, yeah, it's like yes, that's what I said when I heard about. It's like literally like what Charles Manson. the way this, before I even knew he was like adopting, I called him a cult leader, because like the kind of struggle sessions he does is like totally he thinks, I drew a comparison to him and Jim Jones, and he's retarded. I think he's as bad as the guy that essentially killed like 910 people. No, I obviously don't think that, Lio. I used to do extensive research on Jonestown because it was, yes, science, yes. I was gonna bring that one up. I didn't know if anyone would get that reference. You're spot on. It's called attack therapy. Yep. But like I would listen to not only the death tape, I would listen to like recordings of Jonestown where like as a big group, they would just be going in on this one person. Like Jim would be like the center of the group. Everyone would be trying to appease him and like refer back to him for validation. And it's like the way I heard him operate reminded me of some of these like cult dynamics.
I do want to take a moment real quick. Originally, the plan was for me to nuke the fuck out of Ichabod's server because he gave me admin, but he did remove it before the stream started. However,
dude, the Synanon rabbit hole. I could talk about that one for days, bro.
One thing he did remove. Here's his join link for his channel or his server.
Oh,
you guys
boy.
want to go say hi?
Oh no, I have something a little bit more pointed that I would like to say, if you would be so kind as to let me do so.
As long as you don't get my stream taken down, have at it.
Well, I mean, it might be. I don't know. For those interested in listening, don't trust Ichabod. Don't trust him around children. Don't trust him at all.
Don't trust him around children, except this one, who we're actually gonna like facilitate a call with this person in the call.
Do not trust Zachary Cringer around people.
His last,
Ichabod the liar.
His last name is Cringer. No.
Are you serious? You're fucking serious.
Dude, it was in the stars the whole time.
It's spelled with a K and an E instead of an I, but that is the last.
Yeah, I'm not just talking about the death tape, Brazilian lad. That tape is horrifying on its own. I'm talking about, when I say the Jonestown Lio thought I was talking about the death tape. No, I'm not talking about the Jonestown death tape. There's a whole Jonestown like archive, right? There are other tapes from within the pavilion of like, there was a case, these like two 16-year-olds tried to run away. So you can listen, there's like a 40-minute tape where the 16-year-olds are brought back to base, to the pavilion, and Jones and his group are just like verbally like attacking them, breaking down their ego to garner compliance. And that's what it like was reminiscent of to me.
Last name listed here.
This isn't cringe. It's my OC cringe.
God damn it.
So no, Zachary, you're being stupid. Now, what you've done is not legally actionable. I cannot call the cops on you. I can, however, point out to everybody you've been around, oh, by the way, that includes Chambers, who has been informed of all this, that you are an orbiter and that you have no compunction about waiting for a 17-year-old little girl who has been the victim of sexual violence before to become of age, while you are currently involved with 3 other women and have a child.
So Lio knows what's wrong with this. Okay, he knows what's wrong with this, which actually kind of removes the incompetence narrative a little bit and makes it worse, because he actually did know what was wrong here when he said everything he's been saying for the last hour. So take everything I said about him in this call, or the others in this call, and multiply it by 100. It's actually worse. Okay, I take back everything I said, I'm giving it back, but it's worse. Like, he knew.
You clearly don't pay enough attention to, and at this point, I'm glad. I hope, and this is going to be the meanest thing you probably heard me say.
Oh, no, I know
hope
it's coming.
The meanest, it's going to be the most, people act like this guy's good insults. He's like, oh, Lio's roasting him, it's fire. And he's like, you fucking mush mouth, you whippersnapper. Like, dude, you're out of touch, old man. You're out of touch. You're out of your league. You're in the wrong time period, man. You calling someone a mush mouth is they're probably not going to like have a hard time sleeping at night over that. But let's hear it.
I hope that child never knows who you are, and you go to your grave without influencing him.
I want to chime in real quick here. Say Ichabod is active in his server, so expect him to
Roasts.
react. If you're going to go into the server, go in now.
Oh boy.
It's going to get shut down. That join link is going to get shut down.
All right. Well, I mean, do we have because we wanted to talk? Leo said that we were going to go into that. Is this the time to transfer into something there, or?
Go into what? I've been multitasking here to deal with all this shit.
Well, that's what I mean. Leo brought up buttons, and he said that.
Oh, yes. Okay, so this all ultimately started.
$10 from Supernova. Yo, what's up? Recently started watching you, Aiden. I discovered the song Sunglasses at Night by Corey Hart from your stream. That shit is a banger. I have a whole 80s playlist. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a popular one. Really appreciate it, man. I love when I know that there are people that have actually just started watching me recently, because it lets me know we're getting out there a little bit. Not that I don't very much appreciate all the old chatters who've stuck around, but it's very cool when I hear there are people that have just started watching me in the last few months.
of Mint bringing this to us because Ichabod, for some reason, decided out of his own volition to do some weird op on buttons, which turned into I want to help buttons.
Yeah, I'm gonna organize my playlist. I'll probably share them.
Which turned into I want to date buttons, but I'm totally gonna lie about it to everybody.
He claims he has cut off contact with buttons, and although I cannot provide the evidence, so you can choose to believe this or not, but I don't have a history of lying about this sort of shit. He is still talking to buttons right now and just lying to everybody.
Yeah. Which is funny, right? Because
can I read something real quick? Ichabod is active in his server, and he says, "I'm aware of the situation. It's fine."
Oh, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
He's like, "Oh, it's fine. I didn't do anything."
Well, hey, here's the thing. If it's fine, why don't you hop in here? Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah. Why don't you hop in here if it's fine?
Yeah, come hang
That's
out.
a good question. Yeah. Come in. By all means. By all means. All this time when we were streaming, you'd always be like, "Hey guys, are you streaming? Can I come on?" Hey, or "Hey guys, I'm streaming. You're welcome to come on." When we invite you
All right, skip past those.
and his other pals, so I mean, fuck, it's obvious. Here's the funny thing, guys. Remind me, who was here in this call not so long ago saying that she is annoying, that she is she's dumb? Yeah, I mean that's the funny thing, isn't it? And this was during the time that they were
First stream, but I gotta bounce. My poodle has an appointment to be groomed, and help save that poodle. No, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully you come by again.
friends, and we were telling him you're a retard for being friends with her because she'll backstack every other fucker that she backed a friend. And here we were giving him legitimate advice. Didn't listen, of course, and fuck him for that. It's just, but the two-facedness of this guy is that he sits here in this call and tells us that she's annoying, that she just blabbers a lot, that he hates.
When does
I would have just came on.
Into the news, am I right?
I don't watch GameStar. I don't.
Hold on.
Ichabod said the link is dead.
I'll DM it to him. Don't worry.
Hold on. Here.
Something wrong at the moment?
I'll DM it to him.
Wait, I haven't heard what this guy sounds like yet, but I call it the ACC accent, okay? Some of them talk like they have main character syndrome. Lio's like guilty of this. The Zaid person was another one. He tries to talk like some anime protagonist, and it's like so cringe. This guy, something tells me this guy's not gonna sound normal, okay?
Don't worry.
Also, Foxcat
There you
says
go,
he's
champ.
banning people randomly who are joining. So he's trying to damage control. He doesn't want
Yeah,
this crossing over into his chat.
Ichabod's here.
We'll get him
He's
in.
here.
You guys want to spearhead this? Because I got to pour more coffee and hit my shit.
Well, I will, but I can't stay too long because I'm supposed to be at a live auction right now. But I'll go
All right,
ahead.
I'm moving him over.
All right, you
I'm
handle
moving
it,
him
Leo.
You absolute idiot.
Ichabod? What's
You
going
complete
on?
and utter moron. What were you thinking?
Sorry, is there something wrong at the moment?
Is there something? You were orbiting a child, you mental infant.
He did the thing, guys. He's raising his voice. He's yelling. Honestly, I gotta say, what the groomer just did, despite the fact he's a groomer, is actually like the best way to respond to like Lio yelling. Hello? Is something happening? I'm a little confused right now. Just like act confused. Why is this man yelling?
What were you
Is there
thinking? What were you
Is there
thinking?
nothing wrong with that? Hey, Ichabod, is there
I
nothing wrong with
was
that?
very direct about the concept that that's not going to be a thing.
Okay,
No.
he's the ACC accent. Yeah.
Oh, you weren't. You weren't direct about it. You said
I-
even if this doesn't happen. So
One from Rosie. Night, pretty boy. We need more eye candy streamers. Thank you so much. Much appreciated.
Mint's hiding logs from us.
You showed them all the logs?
Oh, which maybe she is.
The logs. No, I gave you everything that was important. Nothing about Ichabod ever saying.
No,
I wasn't
Ichabod,
point.
Ichabod, hold on. Go ahead.
Did you give them everything?
I gave them everything, Ichabod.
Is there something missing, Ichabod?
I have no idea. I haven't been watching the stream.
All right,
well,
I'm
you
gonna shoot it over to
I mean,
Ichabod.
actually, yeah, that would be helpful, so I can know exactly.
Well, while you're doing that, Ichabod, tell me,
Thank you.
is it okay to talk to underage kids about BDSM and the details of BDSM? Is that fine? Is that cool?
If they show an interest in it and there's a danger of them getting into a bad one, yes, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
She's not your child.
Okay.
Okay.
Leo.
Well, that's a good point. Lio, but why are any of you like, you should also apply it to yourself and realize, hey, maybe you're like not the person that should be here having a discussion about like the nuances of this person getting groomed. Okay, maybe like you should apply that to yourself. I don't know.
I feel the gas pumping over there. What's going on?
At what point did you think this was sensible? Has the cancer riddling your body gotten to your brain and just start eating that away too?
Leo, Chambers said that she wants on the stream.
Oh
Fine.
boy.
Happily.
I'm
Chambers, go ahead.
yanking it over.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go. Chambers, welcome.
Hi, Chambers.
Good evening,
For,
Chambers.
for those of you guys who don't know who Chambers is, she used to run a stream with Ichabod on a regular basis until falling out recently, from what I know.
Aiden, you should reiterate that minors are banned from your Discord. Catching, what do you mean a bad vibe? Okay. Oh wait, because there might have been minors that came from Malcolm. I got it. Yeah, if you're under 18, yeah, you can't be in my server. So I don't know if new people are joining. It is nothing personal. We just, you know, I want people to be able to talk about whatever they want and not have to worry about minors being there and having to moderate what they say. And I also don't want minors to, I don't want to risk, a fucking weirdo adult in my server grooming a minor that joined the server. I don't want to. So yeah, sorry, minors are not allowed.
Yeah, so I thought nothing of it, and it was over. It was over BDSM, and I'm professional, and you know.
To be honest, if you're like you should never have minors in your server like as a content. Well, I wouldn't like the iShow speed types who have like professional moderation or whatever, like the major fucking guy. Like okay, maybe that is like fine, but in general for like us, for your like small niche streamers or people covering drama online, yeah, you should have minors in your server.
Whatever, separate. And then I get a message from Leo about a week ago. I've been away because I have a full-time job, so I can't do a whole lot. But anyway, I get a message from Leo about a week ago saying it was urgent. And I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on? He starts with some open-ended questions. Hey, do you think this is wrong? Da, 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 da. I'm like, yeah, who's doing what? And they're like, oh, what's this person like? Well, are they in my server? Yeah. So I started to
No, I'm not saying Malcolm's server isn't 18 plus. I'm saying there might have been minors that I'm getting new people here. So it might have been minors who watched Malcolm, who came over and are sticking by the stream and then going and joining my server. I'm just making sure, covering my bases.
Shots of messages between men and Ichabod, and I see the date. It's 6 days after Ichabod leaves my show, and it's just like this. The fact that this has been going on for the past month, Ichabod, I don't know what the hell happened to you. We drag people through it.
What?
About it.
Dude, she's like going up, but she's like underwater. Dude, this is like, I'm sorry, we need to pull this up one more time. We were listening a few days ago. We were listening to this like other call that Lio was involved in, and somebody like I guess started taking a fucking dump in the call and like forgot to mute their mic, and I just need to listen to this one more time. I'm sorry. It's just like I was dying for 2 fucking minutes, bro. Hold on, where is this shit? By the way, join our Twitter community. If you guys are new here, you could post clips. Clip like hell, people, by the way. It's our main marketing strategy. But here's the clip real quick.
£90. I don't know what that is in dollars. But still.
Does that, am I like a child or does that not?
£190. I don't know what that is in dollars. But still.
It like sounds like someone's having like diarrhea like on the toilet. But wait, I unpause it. Is somebody on the toilet taking a dump? Wait for it. Taking a dump in the car. It's like, wait, it's like the second I unpause. Dude, there's just like one chat in the conference. Wait. Where is it? Here.
This is £192. I don't know what that is in dollars. But still.
Wait, it's not that. So you keep letting it. Yeah. So you let it play, and it keeps going. It keeps going. It's just like I unmute, and it's like some like liquidy like food poisoning vibriosis ass shit entering the fucking toilet bowl because one of like Lio's like retard hype man I guess forgot to mute. I'm sorry, dude. Listen, poop jokes don't make me laugh, but you can't lie, dude. The prospect of like, can you just imagine in like the middle of a debate, somebody forgets to mute their mic and starts having fucking diarrhea on the toilet like that? Come on, you're lying if that's like not kind of funny to you.
Okay, is she muffled for other people?
She's muffled for everybody.
Somewhat muffled, but as long as Ichabod isn't using microphone, people can hear.
Yeah,
Dude.
I'm right here.
Okay,
Carry on, Chambers.
Wait, I want to know why you really left my show, and if this was going on, why you were with By the Hearth.
Well,
Because those text messages I got and said that this was going on for a month ago.
Chambers, your mic is muffled. You've
yeah,
got to
your
get some
mic's
audio.
really muffled.
Okay, hold on.
Dude, we've got some real, dude, only the best and brightest coming from the ACC. Some very fine people.
Hear me now.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. There's actually a shit ton of conversation that's not in here.
A lot of the conversation wasn't important. You wanted me to show them the logs of you talking to me about Minecraft or something? Jesus.
Well, we talked about a shit ton of stuff, but I
A
mean,
shit ton of stuff that was not important, Ichabod.
Wow, what an amazing
Okay,
defense.
yeah,
Ichabod.
Personally, to my
Concept.
opinion, it was not important.
yeah,
Hey,
no, I can
Ichabod, if you have
understand.
logs of her reciprocating, feel free. Post it.
I have an important question here for Ichabod.
Yeah, what's up, Vito?
My question is, under what excuse would you talk to her and start, like, what would make it right to go to her and start talking about, hey, this is how BDSM works. I think you're cute. I'm gonna kiss your head while I turn the page. What's the context?
Well, let me read this. Let me read this from him. But I would say with the certainty only smug fuckers have that I'm definitely falling for you in a big way. I mean, why are you falling for 17-year-olds on the internet?
That's pretty fucked.
Like, why? what are you seeing here?
Very elaborate response.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going through a lot of this.
And that
trying to figure out
stops you from answering Shelton's question.
You're a dangerous woman. That's not creepy at all, is it, Ichabod? No.
Well, maybe in context.
When the ACC send people, they're not sending their true. No, this is their best. That's the point. The point is this is their best. I'm sorry, this is their best. Like it's only downhill from here. It seems like.
It's wholeheartedly creepy. Don't get me wrong.
But you're not a creep, right? Like you're not a creep, aren't you? Hey, Mint, am I a creep for doing this? Hey, little underage kid, am I a creep for telling you about BDSM and shit?
Was it creepy,
Is
Mint?
this a serious question?
Time you could have said something.
Oh, don't worry, we shat on her for not saying it.
Hold up. Like every time we had a conversation, I would always be like, hey,
you're an adult, you fucking moron. You're a fucking adult. You should
have known better, Ichabod, and not only that,
True. This is they seemingly realize this now. Yeah, but like you spent the first hour blaming the minor for it. And yes, I believe that like the notion of what people think is and isn't victim blaming goes like too far sometimes. I think, as I've said a million times, okay, you can tell people in a way that is not blaming them how to take precautions, right? I don't think that's victim blaming. It's ideally you should never have to worry about this in this world, and if this happens to you, it is the person that did it to you. It is their fault. Unfortunately, there are people in the world that exist that do these kinds of things, and they shouldn't exist or do these kinds of things. And as a result of that, here are some things you can do to mitigate the risk.
You know about my past. I told you. We've gone through it several times on Barrel. We have gone through it every single time there has been a stream about a fucking pedophile. And still, why? Why would you do that? You know everything.
Like, they're clearly, obviously, emotionally distressed by this, and it's being aired out for the entire fucking internet to be memorialized forever. These guys are such scumbags, dude. Such, like, scummy fucking human beings.
You have known it basically since the day I fucking came into Barrel and you were there. Why?
Sorry. Well, number one, I have been being very supportive. That's basically what I've been trying to do.
No!
Be supportive of.
No! I'm supportive of Mint! You know what I don't do? I don't get in a freaking DMs and start hitting on a child, you idiot!
This guy is, he thinks he sounds so badass. It's like, it's so cringe. It's so cringe. It's like, you're nothing. You are nothing as a human being, Thomas Grant. You're nothing. Okay? The fact that you run from me reaffirms that. You are a pathetic, fat man sitting in his dirty-ass house because I doubt someone like you cleans, and your wife probably spends as much time out of the house as possible to avoid looking at what is most likely your ugly fucking face, minus your, like, malformed body. Okay? You lack any form of intelligence, which manifests itself as, like, being one of the most, like, incompetent people criticizing others online. And additionally, you have nothing funny to say. You have nothing creative to say. Even your insults don't fucking land. The only reason it might be able to land is because the people you're talking to are retarded themselves. So, like, this guy's such a pathetic fucking human being. It's crazy.
Ooh.
I think this is a new like level of Leo.
That's a whole new level. Yeah.
Right. And that's the major fucking difference between Leo and me. I don't.
Yeah, I have moral compass and you don't.
It's not about yelling. Ichabod, you are dodging the question. Why?
No, I'm
why
not
did you do it?
the question.
Yes, you are.
I would love for a chance to actually answer the question.
Answer it.
Because I thought I was helping. I thought we started to have conversations
just say it. Just be like, yo,
way.
Like, why are you such a cunt?
Yo, is Dumpy in chat? What's up, Dumpy? How's it going, man?
Dude, like, why don't you just be like, yeah, I'm into her. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you guys.
No, like,
why are you such a cuck?
There's
fucking
an attraction there.
Just say it.
Of course, I'm not a fucking goddamn paraplegic. There's an attraction there. Of course there was.
And that's a pretty big.
What is that? What is him being? Does he think paraplegic? Okay, I'll just ignore that. Does he think paraplegics don't experience attraction? Huh?
Motivating factor, isn't it? I mean, I know when I'm into girls, a big motivation for me to talk to them is because I'm.
My theory is that he sees himself in these. I don't. I can see why you would see that, but I disagree. I disagree.
Well, the thing of it is, when I first started talking to Ben, I've never had that. Never had an attraction to her. We started talking more and started talking more and started talking more. Then, yeah.
And after you revealed your attraction, you think it's.
Time to I'm not ditching Beckett, okay? And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I'm not ditching Beckett. I think Beckett hangs around with people that are fucking morons. I think he acts like a moron a lot of times himself. But what I will say is, unlike everyone he talks to, and unlike, unfortunately, many other people in the community, Beckett is willing to have someone tell him what a fucking moron he is and not get offended by it. And I can respect that, okay? I can respect somebody who's willing to, at least in some capacity, sit there and take it, the negative criticism of themselves. So I don't support maybe like the things but I'm not cutting him off, okay? I'm not cutting him off. Even though I think he's an idiot, even though I think his like takes on certain things are like retarded, and even though I think all your criticisms of him are like probably totally fair, I respect that he's able to, if I was to get him in a call and levy all those criticisms right now, he would sit there and take it, right?
It's unreasonable for us to think, when you're talking to her about BDSM and all this other shit, maybe you should find a more experienced guy to fuck you, Mint. You know, not a virgin. I'm not saying me, Mint. I'm not saying
it's
me.
very, very much a thing of it. No, not somebody like me. I'm
Yes. He's a fence sitter, he's spineless, but he's not malicious. And even though he's spineless, he can handle like getting shit on.
Yeah,
dead fucking serious, Jace. Never.
The thing is though that like, dude, like you professing your attractiveness to her reveals that you have a sexual interest. So in a perfect world where there would be no repercussion, you would do it, right? Because why wouldn't you?
By the way, if you don't want to like Becker or talk to him over that, we probably agree on all the reasons you don't like him and want to talk to him. That's totally fair. That's totally valid. I don't sweep for Beckett on here. Almost every time I've had him on, it's been to confront him or speak about something negative I think he's doing. I'm not even like a super close associate of his or anything. I don't even really consider myself like an associate or whatever. Or no, we're associates, I guess. I just don't like it. I have more, I guess, a higher threshold. Like for you, it's purely about the content as a chatter. I also like establish like relationships in terms of like the exchange of information, etc., etc. I don't really do that too much or a lot at all anymore, but there's a little more value to me in it. And it's my threshold for cutting people off is a bit higher.
Unless at the very least she was of age. And
Why? There's no reason.
Because that's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up.
And grooming a kid at age to definitely fall for you isn't fucked up.
Grooming.
What is it? What else do you call calling up a damaged kid who had a fucked up past that you were well aware of and telling them, oh, I'm on my cancer
battle? It does not concern. Of course that concerns me. I fucking confronted him on it. But the thing is about Beckett will tell me that what Lio did was wrong, but he'll like he'll say that to appease me, and probably because he knows that to be true, but he also wants to maintain the Lio connections. He'll actively provide minimizations, play dumb, and avoid taking hard stances. So I think it's less an issue of like a skewed moral compass and more so no, I mean, I guess it could be a skewed moral compass. It's more so any morality he has like surpassed by his like weird need to like maintain bridges. Yeah. So I'm not like here to tell you to like the guy, okay? If you've watched my streams, you probably don't like him. I'm not here to do that to you. Right? I'd venture to guess most of you don't like him, and I think your reasons behind it are all valid.
I'm going to be on my deathbed, essentially guilt tripping them into really being nice to you. Yeah, it's not all methodical.
No, wait, no, did you feel guilted?
Yeah, Mint?
A bit, yeah. I've had so many people talk to me about how they were going to fucking die or they were going to kill themselves. I've had people carve my name into their fucking arms. How was I not supposed to feel guilted by you talking about how you're going to fucking die, Ichabod?
I always brought it up as a joke.
Like, the miner's, like, obviously emotionally distressed right now. Like, why are we letting this continue? It goes on for another... Fuck me, dude. It goes on for, like, nearly another hour.
I didn't mean it to...
Choke.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Are you like Ichabod because you still did this? You have not answered why. I do not take you think you were helping as a fucking excuse. That's
no,
bullshit.
It started.
More importantly, how in the world?
Fucking.
I just want to make one thing clear for the audience, because there seems to be some rustlings in the chat. There's no evidence of Ichabod doing anything explicit with this girl, so I don't want anyone to take. I don't want anybody claiming these kind of things.
No,
right?
he's a creepy orbiter. That's about as far as he's gone so far.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, like wholeheartedly. If at any point, like I was actually being like creepy, yeah, no, absolutely, I'm a fucking dick. I was unaware, but no, yeah, I'm a complete fucking asshole if that's the case.
So let me get. I want to know this right now. Do you see anything wrong with talking to a minor about BDSM?
It's a very real thing that people.
Yes or no?
don't know
Yes or no?
about. No.
Yes or no?
No, absolutely
Oh
not.
my god.
No. Do you have any idea the kind of? No, hold up, Jace. Do you have any idea the kind of immense fucked up shit people get into because they've read some stupid bullshit like 50 Shades of Grey?
You're not her.
So he's posing himself as like the savior. Yeah, he was talking and that's if you watch like, and this is what I said about Starbased. If you watch like To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen, a lot of them, their excuse, their plausible deniability is, I was concerned. I saw this kid online with access to adults. I showed up to their house with a pizza just to sit down and tell them how to be safe online. They come in and use the plausible deniability of being a savior to protect them from the real bad guys, as if they're not the bad guy themselves.
Parent, you literal moron.
Leo,
You
I
have
fucking know
no
you have your moral
place.
code and your fucking opinion, but she expressed the concept of it, and I was shutting that shit down.
I did
No,
not.
you didn't shut it down.
I brought up talking about 50 Shades because my mom was watching it. I never explicitly said I wanted to talk about that stuff.
And then
I
we
even
started
told you
to talk about it, and then it led to me trying.
Get the kid out of the call, dude. It's making me like I wish I like had it was like a past stream. But like even I'm thinking of the optics right now. I want to like take the kid and drag the kid out of the call. Like
To give you the information that anybody should have.
Information that nobody fucking requested, you dumb fuck.
Yeah,
Are you
it becomes a
stupid?
serious fucking danger.
No,
He has here's what you do. Here's what you do. I want you to pay very close attention. If child that is not yours has question about sex, here's what you do. Go talk to your mom.
Yeah, that's a couple conversation. Fair. No, you're right. You're right on that.
Or you tell them, hey, why don't you just fucking
You're
Google
right,
it? I'm sure
you're
Google has plenty of fucking answers.
No, I wouldn't even say Google it. Go to a professional. Talk to somebody who has
Yeah,
knowledge. Not some random moron on the internet.
well, yeah, you would just I mean, yeah, that's true. Be like, yeah, I'm not gonna talk about this with you. Go talk to your parents.
He's gonna sit there and try to manipulate it into some form of sexual role play.
Yep.
Aiden's maternal okay, good one, buddy. Good one.
That's what I think. That's what I think you were doing wholeheartedly. That's what I think you were doing a lot wholeheartedly. Is you were trying to manipulate this kid into some fucked up shit. And listen, you sit here and you say, no, 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 no. We know how much of a snake you are. We know how much of a fucking liar you are. Why should I believe anything
I
you
would
fucking say?
like to bring this up.
There's no I hate kids. I despise children. I like despise minors. They all suck. But yeah, I still like in this situation, like as a human being, fuck, voice cry. As a human being, it's like, dude, like this is probably a fucking horrible for this person to go through.
You said in the logs that because I'm a good guy, that if this was something that would make me happy, I would respect that. If you were so sure of that, why didn't you tell me?
Oh, that's a good question.
You have a tendency to overreact.
Listen, I should stop pointing out I should just like play them off. Okay, I voice crack. It happens. Okay, it happens. All right, it's just it comes with the streams at this point.
Oh no, I have a tendency to react exactly the way it needs to be reacted to.
So let me get this.
It was going to be a serious problem. You cut contact with me.
I want to know something real quick. This is something I just noticed. You said he would understand, but he's also going to overreact. Excuse me? Which one?
Yeah. Which one is it, fucker?
Sorry. Say again. Cut off. What?
You said that Leo would be okay with it, but you also said he would overreact now. Which one is it?
Would Leo be okay with it in time? Yes. If we actually ended
He
up.
talks. It's the ACC accent. Would Leo be okay with it in time? Where like they don't have any like regional like dialect. It's all like they talk like anime, and they all have a furry profile. It's bizarre. When I'm from Janky Johnny, a microphone. Thank you so much for the microphone. Okay, why does Toki? Dude, this Toki guy. Toki will always show up at my worst moment to interject in chat. Toki will be like, you don't see him for a day, and all of a sudden I voice crack, and he's in chat being like, loser, loser alert. Dude, this guy's a gem chatter.
Sometime after she was 18, probably several years. At
You're
any
talking.
point, yeah, no, he would eventually be okay with that kind of
Toki's like a manifestation of like insecurity in my internal monologue.
Here, let me go ahead.
Start okay with. Yeah, no, I know you're not. I got.
No, let me put it to you in a way you'll understand. You just rolled a 2. You failed on your deception check here, buddy. You're gonna have to try that one again.
That's a concept of deception.
Well, I said it. Well, what I really meant was what you meant
yeah.
is what was on the screen. And more importantly, you can play you cut contact all day long. You can still message me on Twitter.
I can.
Yeah, you can. Amazing.
You could have
Why
reached
is
out
Lio having an orgasm right onto the mic?
at any points on any fucking platform.
Not even just Discord. Yeah, not just Discord.
Toki this, Toki that. Didn't Trump literally send your dad to fucking El Salvador? Okay, calm down, man. I didn't want to bring it up, but like, I'm not the one crying right now. Let's just say that.
You're gonna reach out anywhere. Are you gonna pretend right now that you didn't know you can DM people on Twitter? Is that what I'm gonna hear from
you? You can DM me people on Twitter. You didn't block me. Fuck. No,
So you fucking assume that you didn't even bother to check. That's how much of a fuck you gave. Okay, thanks for clarifying.
Block you on one platform and block you on all. But fair enough. Yeah. No,
Again, you assumed and showed us how much you don't give a shit and how much you don't give a shit. If you gave a shit, you'd come in contact. You'd find any way to do it. But you didn't give a shit, did you?
Oh, Chambers 110. Okay, Chambers.
Yeah, go ahead. Is she muted? No, she muted herself.
For the new chatters, I have to clarify that's a joke, okay? Because you're new here. Toki's father was not, as far as I know, deported to El Salvador. He was deported to Guatemala. But don't. Psst.
You gotta fix your stuff.
I think she did. Did you mute her, Leo? She's not server muted. Okay.
No, I
It
have.
was a joke. It was a joke. We
I have my
joke
phone
around
on.
here, people.
Well,
Sorry,
try
I'm
now.
on
All right, go ahead,
You wanna-
Chambers.
Okay, Ichabod, I really want to know because I know I kept cutting on the right. Was this? Were you seriously doing this while you were on my show?
Shit, when did we first actually start talking about this kind of shit?
August 17th.
August 17th. Was I still on August 17th?
No, but August 12th, the conversation.
Anything we said was a problem. Like, I was wholeheartedly...
You were talking to a minor about BDSM and, like, admitting, like, not only that you were attracted to them, but, like, you were actually, like, actively waiting for them to turn 18 while you're having, like, sexual discussions with them or discussions on sexual topics prior while they were still a minor. And his response is, problem? Issue? Concern? Contention? Quarrel?
I had no fucking clue.
Then never mind the fact that you shat on people who did similar things in this server. You're such a
Fusion
fucking
sent
liar.
his dick to her and tried to fly
I'm not just talking about Fusion. I'm talking about all the other guys that came through here. That all did cringy.
outwardly tried to do fucked up shit.
I'm not talking. No. All of them.
No.
Go ahead, Chambers. Go ahead, Chambers.
We have dragged people. We have caught, or mainly they have caught people with the FNGR and Limbo or other
49 from Green. Thoughts on Parry saying it will teach you how to take it. Well, considering I'm seeing him in person a week, that's a little concerning. So appreciate the heads up.
groups have when they try to date a
I'll be bringing my whistle.
minor. I don't understand how you think this is okay. It's a little bit disturbing because you sort of act a little bit.
I gotta lock in. I'm not listening. I gotta lock in.
Not Chambers. I said many times. Anything that could possibly happen romantically would never happen until after she was 18. Because everything beforehand is fucked up.
So I want to know something real quick. Ichabod.
Yeah.
Do you think it is moral to stay around a child and talk to them about sexual shit or anything romantic or anything sentimental in that kind of vein, and wait for them to turn 18 so you can date them?
There's going to be a conversation about it when they were 18. But yeah,
What you should be, obviously he's gonna say he thinks everything he does okay. What you should be pressing him on here is you want his intentions to become more clear. Okay, it's very obvious to us through like a outside analysis why he was talking about BDSM with this minor, why he was and then his admission of an attraction contextualizes all of that and makes it clear what he was doing. He wants to desensitize them to certain topics, make them more susceptible to agreeing to some sort of sexual exchange. So you want to like push his reasoning behind talking about these kinds of things to get some kind of admission that he was saying these things to, you know, reel him in. And if you can't get an admission, show that he's like inconsistent or clearly lying. Aiden, I wasn't here. I was drinking with friends. Can you please recap what happened in this 2-hour stream? So right now we have LioConvoy and some others who have a 17-year-old was like was groomed by a guy in his 30s, and after spending the first hour blaming the 17-year-old, they now have the 17-year-old in a call with the groomer to confront the groomer.
I see where it's fucked up. Yeah.
So it's not grooming though, is it? No, not at all. Not at all. It's not grooming. You fucking sicko. You fucking sicko. There's no way around it. Holy shit. You have a kid. You have a fucking mother kid, you dumb shit. What are you doing? Holy shit. Holy fuck. What are your priorities, you disgusting piece
Yeah, and we covered Trump Burger. The guy that runs Trump Burger in Texas got detained by ICE and is potentially getting deported. I'm not kidding.
Trash.
His priorities are feeding his dick. That's pretty obvious.
With underage, yeah, we got it. Holy shit.
I have a question.
What are you?
Ichabod,
Yes,
with such a monumental fuck up here, why should you be trusted with a kid?
That's a good question.
Jesus fuck.
It's a simple question.
Why shouldn't CPS be called on your ass?
Go ahead.
I feel fucking free. Never said anything fucked up. I just gave
CPS?
some information. And then we talked a lot. That's literally it.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Jesus H. Christ.
No, suicide's not the answer. Homicide is.
Wait, let me see if I can rephrase it. So there's in this. Okay, in general, there's nothing wrong talking with a minor, but the fact that you two started to get intimate in your text messages. I'm not talking about sexual, but you started to relate.
Yeah.
I sent it to my
I love like the bitch that keeps like interjecting and that just like can't get her audio fixed the entire stream, and she like can't take the hint that like she should be sitting at her PC. At first she sounded like she was literally underwater. Now she's actively cutting out. Like I think this is like a really great bit. She just cut out again. She just like can't. She's been trying to fix her audio for like 30 minutes. Like you can't win. You're not gonna get it right. Leave the call.
A lot of moments where it was way too emotional. Should have been.
Hey, little kid, let me tell you about BDSM while I tell you that I have a crush on you. While I tell you I have a crush on you. Oh, is it okay? Is it okay now to fucking fish a 17-year-old?
I want to call back to the donut trick. Remember that quote when he was all like,
yeah.
Let's get it right here, right? It's not like it was an 11-year-old or anything. She was 14, right? She was basically an adult.
That's literally what I'm being reminded of.
There's some fucked up shit that happens out there. Some fucking teen
Yeah, I can imagine.
Anything sexual. It was straight up
not your child.
Shit.
Not your child.
It happens.
Not your child.
Yeah, who are you? Like, who are you to teach anybody about anything? Can you answer me that question?
Well, I do know
you are a man in several
about the community.
You are a man in several relationships. You have screwed your life. You have screwed your life over in multiple different ways. You are literally on your deathbed, and you think you can impart wisdom onto somebody else, specifically a child. You are a complete and utter goon. I wouldn't trust you with a town dog catcher.
Dude, he's like you could tell Lio's not like saying things that he's actively thinking. He has like lines pre-prepared in his head that he thinks are gonna sound awesome, dude. He like thinks like it's like so like apparent, like this guy like wants to be cool, and like you could just tell every comment is like pre-prepared. He's like, as the conversation is going, he's like has like a mental script of like, dude, this is gonna sound awesome. You're a goon. You're a mushmouth. You whippersnapper. You punk.
No, definitely not wisdom. Basic information, maybe, but not.
No, not even basic information. Yo, mate, basic information to me is I'm about to die. I should probably take care of my kid and provide for him the best I can so he has something to live off of.
Listen, Jace. Cancel words, safe words, all that's basic information.
Did this guy actually end up dying, by the way, out of curiosity?
Knows that, right?
That's basic. No, but everybody knows that. Yeah.
If somebody's getting into that kind of relationship, it needs to be.
She wasn't getting into that type of relationship. You don't.
What's she getting into?
Retard.
Who's she getting?
Let me cut in here. Okay, so because even with me, out of all the stuff
By the
I
way, did any of these people ever get like pushed on having this stream?
but on my channel, I've never tried to have a sex ed talk with minors because number one, not my kid. Number two, I'm not personal with them. Number three, if I've had that sort of question before, it's like, hey, you know, you might want to.
What is this person adding to the conversation?
Older.
None of these, actually, to be fair to her, nobody's adding anything.
That there should have been a cutoff point of that conversation.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, she cut out again. Wait, dude, it's like every time.
That sort of question before, it's like, hey, you know, you might want to. They're older. That there should have been a cutoff point of that conversation.
Yeah.
She just can't get her audio fixed. It's like there should have been a.
I know, you're right.
Look, Mintar,
No.
This is important.
What is that?
Look, Mintar, I might have feelings for you, but I think it's very important that you learn all about Omura.
You have the groomer in a call to tell the minor that he has feelings for her. What is wrong with these people, bro?
Okay, you never know. You might come into this situation.
I hope you know.
I mean, that's what I'm hearing here, and I'm like,
is that
risk
Oh
assessment.
wait, no, that's a different person. Wait, no, was that a different? Sorry, I get them mixed up.
Look, Mintar, I might have feelings for you, but
oh wait, no, he didn't say that. Someone was mocking him. Got it.
I think it's very important that you learn all about Omurashi. Okay, you never know. You might come into this situation.
I hope you know.
I mean, that's what I'm hearing here, and I'm like, what's your risk assessment?
My bad, I got them mixed up.
It's like, do you think that the likelihood is so high this is something to be that pertinently needs to be addressed? I mean, it's just weird, man. It's like, yeah, what is going on in your head?
Here's the thing, right? That's the thing I noticed with him is that he says, I'm providing basic information that should be provided because otherwise people get in trouble. And another point is that this person is getting into this and I'm providing basic information for them to not be hurt. One, BDSM is not basic information for kids to know. Not at all. Not at all. Not at any point of existence is it basic information. No, fuck you. No, not at all. Not at all. You're a dumb shit. You're a dumb shit. Another point. Shut up.
Jesus.
I didn't finish. Another point is you're saying somebody who's just getting into BDSM, Mint was not getting into BDSM. You pulled that shit out of your ass because that's your disgusting fantasy. That's your disgusting fantasy.
Dude, every Lio call, you've got like the minor, the guy with like the vague accent from some unknown foreign country. You've got at least 3 that got the furry PFPs. It's like every Lio call. It's like the same like cast of characters. They're just like being taken up by the same characters. The roles taken up by new actors. The Lithuanian pedophile. Yeah, dude, every Lio call.
That's your disgusting fantasy.
But I wasn't reading 50 Shades. I was not reading 50 Shades. I was not watching 50 Shades. I told you my mother was.
Yeah.
Do you understand, really?
Yeah,
because you went into it.
Why is it like death metal?
You projected your disgusting fantasy onto her. That's what happened here.
Hold back.
Yes, absolutely. Reality.
You
That's even
may
worse.
be a weird
That's even
fuck
worse.
like that, but no.
Oh, I am. I'm the one talking to underage kids about BDSM. Is that it? Think about yeah. That's what I'm getting. I'm the weird fuck.
Not a fetish.
No. Let me chime in here because I got 2 things I wanted to go over. First off, I got to read off Norton Sign's super chat where he said he is admitting on orbiting Mint, but he was not trying to teach her BDSM for sexual purpose, right? I imagine thinking emoji to go there. But 2, you said she needed to know this if she was going to get into a relationship with somebody and do the BDSM shit.
Yeah. No.
Who was it going to be? Was she saying she was dating someone? If she was going to date someone?
Idea.
Was it going to be you?
I would certainly
Wait,
hope
hold on.
not.
I'm pulling up
clearly hope
timestamps.
otherwise.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. I am in no shape to be doing BDSM.
Well, you just admitted that you're like attracted to her.
Yeah,
Like,
you just admitted it.
don't-
Who are you fucking kidding?
And
Like, dude,
Yeah, like it's clear he was introducing the topic of BDSM to like desensitize her to it. All right, what else happens? Okay, so apparently close to the end, you can like hear how distressed Jordan is about
down and have a
this.
coffee with her and explain it all.
the concept, because yeah, I do engage in BDSM.
To be as worthless a father as any deadbeat that's ever existed.
Lio coming in with like the useless like yapping that he thinks is awesome.
Way to raise a child? I don't think it's any way a great way to raise a child. To your
But
death.
soon,
No.
Ichabod's favorite, Sheldon is going to shoot up a school.
I'm saying to you, you would be there very well educated. Let's pretend Minhard's 18. Hey,
All right, I think we already
like
He
your
heard,
didn't want it to stop. Yeah, he didn't want it to
Yeah,
stop.
apparently.
He's an
we already heard the part Malcolm's referencing where they sound like clearly distressed in this call and like nobody's like doing anything. Well, I think we got to like basically everything we're gonna get from this call. I am getting a bit tired. I said this was gonna be a shorter stream, but I don't know if I don't think we got to all the timestamps and we have the general premise. And yeah, this like entire notion, this entire concept is like completely absurd, and everybody involved in this story except the minor, lock him in a cage, lock him up. But yeah, with that being said, I'll probably go live maybe tomorrow. If not, Monday? No, because Monday night. If not, maybe Sunday. I'll go live at least one other time. And then the next time you guys see me, I will potentially be going live in Europe. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support lately. For those of you that are new, if you enjoy, want to see more, like and sub on your way out. Much appreciated. Thank you guys for helping us hit 7,000 subs, which is like fucking ridiculous. And hopefully we hit 10K by the end of 2025. That's the goal. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Take